Yeah, that's his reaction when his team puts one on the board. Well, the reaction equal to that, taking one off. What a start to this one.
What's Marty St. Louis said a few times, if you don't like the way things have started, rewrite your script, and
there you go.
We just got to rewrite.
Absolutely. Now let's get back to the energy we had prior to all this.
Man's getting the energy back, and away we go again. Run out there along with Bolduc and Doc. Samuelson back in his own zone. He has the goal that stayed up on the board. Bolduc for the big hit. Hudson at the line. Back through. It's played in behind the Buffalo net to the side of the cage. Foligno tried to jam, and it's held for a face-off. Shen and Bolduc eyeing each other in front.
Well, not lost on Marty St. Louis. Who do you start after all that delay? And this is a line that's really started to get something happening. You know, Bolduc and Doc scoring goals. Foligno playing now in his fourth game. He's getting an opportunity to play, and it's always telling who the coach feels like as a team, as a line that maybe can get the momentum back. Now you get an offensive zone face-off, and you come out with your top line.
Joe Suzuki against Norris on this face-off until the Montreal captains waved. It'll be Slafkovsky stepping in. Montreal's won 60.6% of the face-offs in the series. Buffalo won that one. And Josh Stone sends it to center. Slafkovsky intercepts that. Norris and Doan on the ice, assisted on the goal by Samuelson, that has Buffalo in the lead. Slafkovsky unable to pull the trigger out there against Power. There's a shot off the flank by Caulfield, and that's off Luukkonen and out.
You mentioned Marty St. Louis talking about rewriting the script. And, you know, I love his comments about win or lose. You take the score out of it when you're analyzing the game for the next day and bring the team in without the knowledge of, okay, we won a 6-2 game or we won a 5-2 game. That doesn't serve your purpose come playoff time. You have to have that mindset of it's the process of how you play, the things that we have to improve on, the things that your opponents are doing. So score doesn't, the only time score matters is right now. The preparing for the next game, you eliminate that so that you can keep that even keel and be prepared.
Funny, he stressed even keel, then admitted that's far from what he was as a player. Dobson firing right on, off the glove of Luukkonen, and cleared back to the Montreal line. Dobson and Hudson together. It's sent ahead for Texier. Bumped along the boards by Timmins. Thompson banked it just inside the Montreal line, and Matheson back behind his net. Shots are 8-2 Buffalo. As we approach 10 minutes of this first period. And away goes Demidov off his knee and back to the attack. Up with the puck, Caulfield, Newhook. That shot off the post as Matheson just missed.
Boy, what a curl and drag. Just a hesitation forced Luukkonen down and opened up the lane. You can see he's got his head up the whole way. Just this little pull in, gets it past the defender, through the traffic going by in front, and Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen never really even reacted to that because of the timing of that play, and he gets the break off the post and out, but a really good read by Matheson to get it through with some zip on it.
Newhook on his strong side will take this face-off. 5 goals in the last 4 games, back-to-back 2-goal games. Demidov tied up there along the boards by Byram. Newhook gets a stick on that, trying to hold the zone. Good battle in front. Evans. Oh, it went up high. Looks like he was there. Newhook scores. He's done it again. Alex Newhook.
Well, what a playoff run he has been on. But this is all, again, just hard work, keeping the play alive. 1 against 2 at the line. Demidov gets it in tight to Evans, but Evans doesn't quit on the play. Look at the chasing of both defensemen behind. You know, it's kind of a panic when you turn thinking offense, and now the Sabres are going, oh, I got to get back defensively. Newhook gets inside position, beats Byram to the puck, and finds the back of the net as he's done so often here. What a playoff run he's had. After back-to-back 2-goal games, he's got another here.
Isn't that a familiar script of the Stanley Cup playoff? An unheralded guy suddenly gets red hot. And here from Montreal in 2026, it is Alex Newhook. Got off to a great start this year. He had 7 goals in the first 17 games. Fractured ankle. Well, Caulfield whips that shot high and out. But Alex Newhook is back, and he's the hottest player in this series with the game tied.
Enjoy the game at the game with free tickets from Scotia Perks. Scotiabank, you're richer than you think.
Introducing Subway's Wannabe Spicy Menu. From mild Piri Piri Ranch Chicken to wild hot honey chicken to wicked Nashville-style deli. All on new ghost pepper bread with fiery flavors like new hot honey sauce. How spicy do you want to be?
That swordfish won me the tournament.
I once had an 8-leg parlay. An octopus, if you will. Came down to a game in Detroit. The team came out hot, and yet they capsized late. Oh, not to worry. With Bet365 early payout, being up 3 goals is all you need to sail into the sunset, my boys.
Get paid out early with Bet365.
Hey everyone, welcome back. Anna, in the playoffs, players need to have a full 60-minute mentality.
Yeah, and let's be honest, sometimes a very stressful 60 minutes, even for us.
Right, consistency is everything, and your oral health routine is no different. That's why Colgate Total is here to help. Their active prevention toothpaste provides 24-hour antibacterial protection, all part of a winning oral health routine.
Good, because I'm not calming down anytime soon.
Hey, I'm right there with you. Now time to head back to the action right here on Sportsnet.
Well, the 2019 draft is well represented in this series, including 5 of the top 17 picks that year. Only Cole Caulfield is still with the team that drafted him of those 5. The Canadians traded for both Kirby Dach and Alex Newhook as they saw untapped potential in those players still early in their careers. The two have had big moments through these playoffs already. It was Newhook who said he's just been trying to prove to himself and the team that he can be part of winning here. More proof in Game 4 tonight as the goal-scoring tirade continues for Newhook, Chris.
We bumped into some Newfoundland fans after the last game, and we're feeling pretty good about Alex Newhook.
They were so thrilled with his prominence there. 2 goals in his first 32 playoff games. That's number 6 and 11 this year. Unbelievable.
And I mentioned, I hear that he's got some Leaf fans changing allegiance, and one guy stepped up and said, yeah, a guy like me. He's the only guy in the building that didn't have a Montreal Canadian sweater for game number 3. Here's Tage Thompson. Swinging it back for Tuck in behind the net. Watched by Dobson. Thompson, Dahlin whipped it right on. Dobson sends that to the boards, and Tuck after it against Lane Hudson, who takes it away. Good board battle win by Lane Hudson, but now it's over the glass, and there's look at whether or not that was deflected.
Check out 3-goal early payout brought to you by Bet365. When your team goes up 3, you get paid. It's that simple. Download the app today. Must be 19 plus. Ontario only. Please play responsibly.
We've got another conference.
Yeah, once again, and there was no question that there was stick contact, but I think Alex Tuck's reaction tells you all that I think the stick came, oh boy, it was simultaneous there, so a break. You could see Tuck wanted the call after the discussion of all 4. You're not going to get it. Just at the very end there, might have got a piece of that, so a wise call on that one. You know, Lindy Ruff said after game 3, Chris, our decisions with the puck were uncharacteristic. We haven't been making those kind of mistakes. He won't like that first goal against again. They got an outman situation along the boards, get the puck out. Instead, they turn it over, and it ends up in their net.
Ellis wins the draw. Power gives it to Byram. A sharp angle shot by Zucker. Zucker upended in the corner, and they're going to call that. And Buffalo will go to the power play. Alex Carrier headed off.
You know, Jason Zucker kind of got lost in game 3, and he only played 3.5 minutes by the second. He only played 6:47. And Lindy Ruff was asked an awful lot about that. A veteran guy of 60 playoff games, and said no, he just got lost in that shuffle, didn't kill penalties, wasn't on that first power play. But he does a good job there of being aggressive and creating a power play opportunity in a 1-1 game.
Sabres were 1 for 4 on Sunday night. They're 3 for 12 in this series on the power play.
Probably had their best power play when they didn't score
right
in the third period, trying to make it a 1-goal game, make it 4-3.
And off the draw, steered by Kovic to Newhook. The power play goal by Buffalo was their first on the road in this postseason. And the puck comes loose. Evans will backhand it out to center. Zach Benson out on this revamped power play unit with Dolan, Thompson, Dahlin. And here's Thompson over the line. Jack Quinn also out. Thought he had a goal earlier. Kept alive by Dolan. Thompson far side, and an interference call coming up against Dahlin, who can't believe it. And so much for the Buffalo power play.
You know, you usually see these kind of plays, Chris, on the entry at the blue line. Guys crisscrossing. Dahlin doesn't like it, but both officials, TJ Luxmore and Kelly Sutherland, both had their arms up.
Number 26.
And you just got to stay away from contact. There's no question that Gouli knows exactly where Dahlin is, but for Dahlin, you can't take that route and get in the way. You can't allow that situation to have. I know he's frustrated. That little waver and move into Gouli is what drew the penalty. A wise play by Gouli to accept the contact, but that's a play you can't make if you're Dahlin.
Well, that happens 37 seconds into the power play for Buffalo, so 4 skaters aside.
And again, how about Evans and Newhook, the chemistry that they've had as a line for Marty St. Louis, the first guys coming out to start this 4-on-4. You wouldn't necessarily think that it would be the pair, would you?
Right now, going with a hot hand, and they win the draw. Dobson and Hudson up top. Clayton Hudson. Newhook's got it, leaves it for Hudson. Looking against North, back in front, it just missed. A Newhook tap in, going the other way. Over the line with Norris. Josh Doan, Norris going to the front of the net. Doan back, Power looks across, Byram, and Dobic has that. It came loose, and now he'll cover. As that dropped from under his arm.
I think he was expecting to hear a whistle, didn't he? But man, you have at both ends. You love 4-on-4 for this very reason. Little open ice, some crisscrosses usually create a seam, and there's the seam trying to get in. Owen Power does a nice job of lifting, and then Dobish able to squeeze what he thought had it, but a heads-up play. The linesman referee didn't blow the whistle. Norris almost banked that one in as Dobish thought he had it until he heard the crowd moaning that he didn't.
For the face-off, won by Thompson, back to Byram. And now Krebs, a couple of those 2019 first-rounders, watched by Deneau, a shot, loose in front, and picked off by Anderson, who's able to knock it out to center. Jason Samuelson back, Peyton Krebs back in, over the line with Thompson, hands it off to Byram. Owen Byram with 4 goals in these playoffs. Centers and a backhand wide. Krebs gets it back. Peyton Krebs trying to get away from Matheson, who steals the puck from Montreal. Trying to wind up. Taken down by Krebs. Peyton Krebs gets it back. Paige Thompson along the boards. Takes a look back. Greenway's coming on. Here's Jordan Greenway swinging in behind the net. Carrier is out now, and so Montreal's got a half minute of power play time. Trying to get possession of the puck as it's played the length of the ice, so they'll get a couple dozen seconds. Well, they won't get possession. Dober's played it away from Hudson, and now they'll take over. Time for one power play attack. Across it goes over the line. Davidoff. Suzuki was buffeted along the boards, and Davidoff can't knock it down. It comes out to center.
You don't show the power play.
Penalty done. Darlene comes back onto the ice. So back to full strength for both teams. You know what's been an interesting opening period of Game 4. Under 6 minutes to go. Being tied at 1. Perrier plays it in. Timmons from power. Hit there by Valeno. Helenus up ahead. Jack Quinn trying to get loose. Perrier looking to tie him up.
Montreal might win the
Valeno on the near side. Hit by Zucker. Jason Zucker fanned on the pass. Trying to get it back. And it's Valeno off the stick of Shannon out to center. Joe Valeno, the former Black St. Louis Lion, dumped inside the line, and now we got a penalty upcoming against Buffalo. It wasn't, I don't think, the initial trip. And they're going to pile up at the Buffalo line.
I haven't watched a fight in a while.
Jason Zucker's going to get the call. Kelly Sutherland with the call.
That was a trip.
And that's the penalty.
I do say 5 on 4. Nice.
Invest in what you're really invested in. With custom goals and personalized advice from Scotia Smart Investor. Scotiabank. You're richer than you think.
Pop up same as my stream, but I can't show it.
No markups at select retailers on Instacart. Fees and exclusions apply.
Shopping for sleep shouldn't be uncomfortable. Why pay more for expert advice from a store without expertise? For over 100 years, Leon's has helped families find the perfect mattress at Canada's lowest prices. Like this exclusive Tufton Needle, this Sealy Posturepedic, and this Beauty Rest Max.
Spend less, sleep comfortably.
The Ford, it's a event? Ah, the Ford, it's a big deal event. Right now, lease this F-150 for $237 bi-weekly. That's like $119 a week.
Well, a lot of players were worthy of the Canadians' Wolfhead as player of the game the other night, but Alex Carrier handed it to Joe Valeno. He said Valeno's a very popular guy in the dressing room. The first time he had earned the honor all season, Valeno said it meant a lot that the guys would recognize the ways he contributed to that win in Game 3. He admitted he kind of felt out of shape coming into this series after not playing at all in the first round, but he's found a way to make himself important and draws an important penalty here late in the first to send the Canadians to the power play, Chris.
He was beaming about his first game in this environment in the playoff.
Track
But said
of the other schools, so I don't miss nothing. Good on that one.
Mother's Day with the whole family in the crowd, and now Montreal with its first power play after going 2 for 6 in Game 3. Lane Hudson at the controls, and now it's Cole Caulfield handing it off to the captain. And Hudson, Slavkovsky to Caulfield. Back to Hudson and across. Demidov an assist on the first goal. Couldn't tame that bouncing puck, and Montreal's turned back.
On this power play. Well, that's the wrong team.
The swing shot back again to Suzuki. Into the zone, Slavkovsky. And down low it goes. Caulfield's got it. Hudson. Demidov right on rebound. Oh, it's pulled off the line by Luukkonen as the net got knocked off.
Good save.
Luke Shen coming back to take Caulfield, and you get that rebound as just a great play by the flank. Good quick passing through the lanes twice, opens up the one-timer. Luukkonen makes the save. It hits off of Shen, and is it going in? Oh, man. Does not go over. Luukkonen somehow, if that goes over the line, that's going to be a goal. Because it's Shen who knocks Suzuki in. And if this just trickles over the line, this is going to be a good goal. How about the heads-up play at number one? Gets it right on the heel of his stick. Somehow able to track where it was, reach back and grab it before it crosses the line. Man, we've seen a little bit of everything already. We're not even 17 minutes into this game.
Wild stuff here in Game 4.
If the net is not loose, it depends
left of this power play, and it'll be fired down the ice by Connor Timmins. We need a longer intermission for the guys.
They got so much to show.
There's a lot to talk about. And Suzuki looking to give us more to talk about. In he comes. Demidov's pass broken up. Trying to send away Alex Tuck, and now it's Ryan McLeod finds short-handed goals, and he sent that wide of the net. Back on it is Slavkovsky. Just over a half minute of power play time left. Demidov stayed onside. Takes the back pass. Now Suzuki mid-point is the tip. Demidov across. Redirected by Suzuki. Neatly for Slavkovsky. Tied up by Melenstein. Slavkovsky one-hands it back out of the reach of Demidov and Dobson.
That's a minute 52 for Slavkovsky. It's kind of a break that he didn't turn the puck over there. Nothing left in the tank to get back, huh?
Got back in. Here's Newhook to net, and Luukkonen stops that as Jason Zucker returns to the ice.
Watch up to 4 games at once, only with Multiview. Rogers Xfinity. We got you.
Well, Newhook coming off the bench just gets right to the front of the net, gets a little pull. I like the fact that you know that the time's ticking. There's not much power play. Actually, it just ended after that save. So take it hard to the net. At worst, you get a face-off in the offensive zone and allow Edmonds to try to win this draw.
Off the draw, Buffalo controls. Byram sends it ahead. Dobson tied up, and it rolled out as Matheson fires it right back in. Dobson left it, and here's for Newhook, and it glanced off his feet wide. Now Peyton Krebs winds it up. Here's Krebs over the line for Thompson. Back across, Byram. That'll roll to Domish, who was able to cover Doan hacking in front. The net drew attention. And Bolduc wrestles his man down, and both Bolduc and Krebs are going to head off.
You know, I thought when Dobson pulled his man down, I think you're giving the officials an opportunity to give one to you. They watched, and then once you got shots from both sides, the arm went up. We're back to 4-on-4 again. Just a nice little rush again. Look at all 5 Buffalo Sabres joining the rush. Dobish, there's the little hack, and it's Matheson that takes the first one. Watch this horse collar here. How is this not a penalty? Watch right off the horse collar, drops him down, and no call made there. But then finally, I think once Krebs made his punch, then they called him both. Quite honestly, Bolduc wasn't really a part of the first part, but
he just gave him a nice little jab.
The series is warming up.
That should be a foul. That was scored like a cheap shot, then.
So 4 skaters aside. Marty St. Louis will deliver it here.
For no reason. You have to be in the fight.
Who he wants next, and he's waiting for Lindy Ruff.
Talk about tough for both these coaches to manage their benches. We've had more, refs talking to each other than anything else in this game, and you got it here. captain of the Sabres getting an explanation too. Many stops.
That was a long discussion between Rasmus Dahlin and Kelly Sutherland.
Yeah, was it ever?
It's awful.
I thought Dahlin was out getting ready to get restarted here, but that was an extended conversation. So Evans on the ice along with Josh Anderson. It's Norris and Tuck. Face off one. Dahlin fumbled it. Anderson chasing after it. But Buffalo regroups back in their own zone. Norris missed it. Here's a chance in front. And Hudson's pass broken up by Dahlin. Thought he had Jake Evans loose. Now Dahlin at center. Crisscrossing over the line with Norris. The former Senator plays it back. Now it's Tuck whipped it wide. That'll boomerang back. A race for it. Lane Hudson's on it. Norris trying to get back. Here's Hudson. Puts on the brakes in front. And Anderson tumbles over Luukkonen. After Caden Dooley's in deep. That puck loose for Tuck. Had some trouble with that. Sends it around and Byram on it. Check there by Suzuki. In turn, Byram gets it back. And Caulfield steals. Cole Caulfield from behind the goal line trying to bank that in off Luukkonen. It's a 35.7 kilometer per hour dash by Hudson. Back in comes Matheson. Checked on the play by McLeod, who's as fast as anybody on the ice. It's Carrier back in. Suzuki had to tag up and now heads off on a change. Just over a minute remaining in what has been a high event opening period. Thompson jolted off the puck and Carrier's got it. Mike Matheson shifting gears at center. Checked there by Power. Helenos came back and Lindy Ruff confident that the kid with 9 NHL regular season games out 4-on-4 and to the attack. And that shot deflects out of play and a penalty at the end of that. And is it Tage Thompson?
So Chris, the guy who said on the press conference after we had too much emotion in Game 3 was Tage Thompson. He's taking another one here, but how do you not love watching Lane Hutz, just like a sprinter out of the sprinting gates, just flies on this one, stops on a dime, tries to get that one for a tap in for Anderson, just barely missed, and Thompson in the middle, driving to the front of the net, going hard here, but that little push on the back on the numbers, 5 feet, no reason to even do it, and if you're looking right now, there's been so many discussions with the officials and sick look from players. I remember the frustration as a player. You're not sure what's a penalty, what's not. But at this stage, especially with 40 seconds left, you just can't give the opportunity to take a penalty. Lindy Ruff in Game 3 said they had 5 offensive zone penalties that were costly. There's another one in the last minute of the first.
Welcome. Montreal make them pay. Final minute, first period. Looking for a go-ahead goal. Slafkovsky's shot. That goes off Samuelson. Krebs and Bolduc return to the ice, and now it's 5 meters against 4. Hudson back to Suzuki. Now Demidov. Slafkovsky. Hudson. Suzuki. Shot blocked. Hudson gets it back. His shot blocked. Caulfield. In front. Scores! Cole! Caulfield!
Well, that look says it all. Just mad at the officials. Got to be a little mad at your own players. But an internal clock going in your mind. You know you're getting down to the last 20 seconds. And Caulfield, no hesitation there. You've seen him earlier on maybe defer a little. And Luukkonen doesn't get that pad down. Misses the paddle, misses the left pad. And it's the quick hands by Caulfield. Forces him to move, thinking that he's going to cut in front. As soon as he saw that pad go up, slid it underneath. And what a huge goal with 12.2 seconds left. in the first, and the crowd lets you know how important that one is.
What a period. And the Canadians will skate off with a 2-1 lead. Shots 13-6 in favor of Buffalo. But did that not look like 51 goal Caulfield to finish off the period? A goal at 19:47. In what was a 52-minute opening period of play. Samuelson opened the scoring. Newhook and Caulfield from Montreal. Lots to talk about. Perron, Kevin, Kelly, Luke, David Amber,
St. John's, Newfoundland.
Franklin in our first intermission.
This period brought to you by Scotiabank. You could earn up to $700 when you switch to a Scotiabank banking package. Learn more at scotiabank.com/perks. Tomorrow, bodies literally flying. Rock'em sock'em hit. Hockey Central sets the stage for a Wild West showdown. Colorado flexed its depth in Game 4. Kelly scores! Now, a Minnesota Miracle is needed to stay alive.
Colorado Avalanche have the Minnesota Wild on the brink of elimination.
Two hockey heavyweights ready to leave it all on the line in a crucial Game 5.
My goodness, what action! A lot at stake here.
You just have to watch the Stanley Cup playoffs on Sportsnet.
Febreze. Love your plugins but wish you had more control? Introducing the new Febreze Scent Booster. Enjoy 50 days of continuous scent with a cord for flexible placement options and a boost button for extra scent. New Febreze Plug Scent Booster.
Is that designer dress from Winners? Or did she pay full price?
Stop wondering. Start winning. Winners. Find fabulous for less.
Today, let's stain with Bear.
Today we're
This is so great. I've been telling him for months.
There's been a lot of rain.
With Bear stains, your deck will have all-weather protection.
Oh.
Get the most trusted stain brand at an everyday low price. Only at the Home Depot.
At Wendy's, we start with crispy, tender, fresh Canadian greenhouse-grown goodness. For bites so flavorful, you'll be surprised. That's a salad you're craving. So go for it. Try a Wendy's salad today, including our summer strawberry salad.
Charge my laptop. It's on 9%. It's almost going to be done.
Our lives are built moment by moment. Big ones, small ones. Moments we live every day. Moments we never forget. That's why dependable power matters. Energy that's steady, clean, and secure. Canada's nuclear energy begins in Saskatchewan, home to the highest grade uranium deposits in the world. Millions of moments, one reliable source. Strong, sustainable Saskatchewan.
With Rogers Xfinity Internet, my whole house is ready for baseball. So this is where I buy all my memorabilia. Boom! Just got Clement's childhood glove. Mom. She's really come through for me. And this is where I stream everything.
Sweet setup.
It's all for you guys.
Michael, what is this?
Oh, yeah. That's where I keep my modem.
Get Major League Internet with Rogers Xfinity.
Yeah, Wi-Fi just pouring out of that thing.
GMC drivers know that not every job site has concrete. The GMC Sierra Pro Graphite delivers power and authority to find footing just about anywhere. The GMC 0% event is here. Get 0% financing on select 2026 models and limited terms. Visit your nearest dealership today. GMC, we are professional grade.
And the Timberwolves.
We're back. Stanley Cup playoffs on Sportsnet, presented by Rogers, and that was the crowd when Alex Newhook scored. first 38 career playoff games. He won a Stanley Cup and played a huge role. 2 goals. And in his last 5 games,
team leading 6.
Crazy.
Amazing. He gets the 1-1 goal. Like, we talk about the importance of winning faceoffs. It creates offense. It drives possession, especially in the offensive zone. You have an opportunity to get going on the offense. That's exactly what Alex Newhook does. He snaps this one back, and from then on in, if your set doesn't work, it's about winning what, Kev? Puck battles. Get off your phones. They win a puck battle at the line, and where does it go? Right to the front of the net. That's your path, and we just talked about team leading 6. So you win a draw, you win a couple puck battles, you are going to get rewarded, and Newhook does again. This is all 3 guys and the defense contributing to this. I'm sure Shamrock City in Newfoundland is continuing to go nuts tonight for Alex Newhook, but they continue to dominate in the faceoff circle.
All right, Luke, so in the pregame, you talked about Buffalo giving Montreal how many power plays last game?
6.
And how many did they score?
2.
Both bad penalties, right?
Yes,
so Lindy Ruff talked about playing smarter, right? So this first period, I couldn't believe my eyes with the Sabres. They knew they had to play smarter, not be as emotional. Take a look at Darlene while Buffalo's on the power play. That is an interference penalty. There's no doubt about it. Especially on that look, you can tell that he gets in the way of Gooley. Of course, Darlene doesn't like it. And then Zucker, right in the neutral zone, coming back into his own zone. Roughing, there's no question that that is a penalty. I get the Sabres are trying to be emotional. And then Tage Thompson, what are you doing? Like, that is a push from behind. And maybe Gooley sells it a little bit. And then with 13 seconds left in the period, Caulfield with a beautiful set of hands buries it. Like, they have got to be a lot smarter. I get Lindy Ruff is mad at the officials, but be mad at your guys. Get them to play more discipline.
And Darlene, Craig mentioned a long conversation with the ref, Kelly Sutherland. Would you be concerned about the goaltending there?
Luukkonen looked to me like a guy that last game he got pulled 16 seconds into the third period. He looked a little bit afraid to me. I'd like him to see or just play more free. Just go out there and let whatever happens. I'm not blaming him at all. I mean, beautiful hands by Caulfield. He didn't look comfortable, though, to me.
You guys seem like you're on the same page in this segment, so I'm going to try it too. Who led Buffalo in plus-minus this year?
Matthias Samuelsson?
Oh, wow, that's pretty good.
That's very
and
good.
we didn't even rehearse that one.
No,
yeah, you're right.
Nice.
So Samuelsson it was plus 41, and he had 41 points. So he had a pretty good year, really good year on both ends of the ice. So, but in the playoffs, I'm just watching him tonight, and this is the first shift of the game, and Simmer talked about this. This is the over-aggressive, borderline reckless style, and giving Cole Caulfield and Slavkovsky a 2-on-1 early in the game, I just don't know if that's the right approach in the playoffs. I get maybe in the regular season it could work, but I'm not sure if it's working as much in the playoffs. But he's very aggressive. He loves joining late. He loves to be the 4th guy. And if I'm the coach there, first of all, he scores a beautiful goal there. This is their 9th as defenseman, which is a franchise high in playoffs for them tying. But again, he goes all the time to the net. Like, I would say join as a 4th guy if I'm the D coach, but abort mission if you don't feel like you're going to be involved in the play. But he doesn't abort mission, so watch him on this one. He goes in the corner, right? He's in there with Byram, his partner, and then as soon as his puck's not even out yet, and he's already taken up. His guy, Jake Evans, is in front of the net. You're told as a defenseman, never leave the zone with guys behind you, and this one's going to end up in the back of his net. So he's done some really good things, but he's also done some reckless things. It's almost like the inmates are running the asylum a little bit. The D have to be coached, and they have to be encouraged and taught when's the right time to go versus not, because in the playoffs, it's about winning. It's not about points.
Watch the pre-show. Just watch the pre-show. Could have helped him out. Honestly, David and Elliot, all the delays and the huddles and the reviews. Carolina Hurricanes are 2 games into next year's regular season. Over to you for the forensics.
It does feel that way. We'll get to the goalie interference in a minute, but let's start with Cole Caulfield. Back to his old basic tricks. Another power play goal, 2nd straight game. Different look, though, Elliot.
Yes, he does have a different look. And so Caulfield, and I went to my gear expert, Kyle Bukauskas, on this. So this is the goal in game number 3. Check out the skates. They're pretty basic. This is the goal tonight here in game 4. Check out the skates. Now, Kyle says they're the same kind, but just a different model or different look with the red. And he also just sent a note that apparently Caulfield is going back and forth between them in the playoffs. Seems a bit unusual. We'll ask him post-game, but just interesting that that's what he's doing.
Well, he's clearly comfortable whatever pair of skates he's wearing. So far, so good. Meanwhile, goalie interference, that's why it's not a 2-2 game, Elliot. 2 points of contact there. What did they call it on?
So basically a very long review. The only thing that we know that lasts longer is Kevin looking at himself in the mirror. But this took a long time. And the first one, I think everybody agrees this was a goal. And because it was in the webbing, it took a while, but they got it right. I think the puck is in. Nobody's disagreeing with that one. So Martin St. Louis calls, says there's 2 players in there, and the one to watch is Helenius. That's the one. Samuelson makes contact too, but they weren't as concerned about that one. They say that Helenius is the one that makes the contact that prevents Dobish from being able to properly make the save.
And as you said, guys, about the defense being up on the charge, live by the sword, die by the sword. Samuelson scores the goal, but then he's there, part of the interference in the crease against the Sabres on that disallowed goal.
Thank you, David. Thank you, Elliot. Just want to give a shout-out to Antigonicia's Matt McPherson, the linesman. With all those delays, he realized the frozen puck after 10 minutes was no longer frozen. So he and Fournier, great on the icings, great on the defrostings. Very cool.
This intermission is brought to you by Rogers. The dream goes on. This is our game.
New plan. Hey Google, what's the fastest way to the pier?
Introducing new Crest Clean Breath. Unlike a regular toothpaste, it doesn't just mask bad breath, it neutralizes bacteria for long-lasting, cleaner breath. Get that clinically proven Crest Clean Breath.
Watching dough rise always fills me with inspiration.
Don't ever look at my savings account. The dough doesn't rise.
BMO has 2 simple ingredients to make your savings rise. Great interest rates and no monthly fees.
Yeah, that would do it all right.
Plus, get a cash bonus for opening a checking and savings account.
So BMO helps your savings grow bigger faster.
Like a triple dose of yeast.
You're hired.
What? No, I wasn't looking for it.
Yes, chef. Yes, chef.
Yes, chef.
BMO.
We're here for our convertible.
How about an SUV?
Want to get out of here?
Where are those trucks?
We're right here.
Whatever it is, we're here for it.
The quest begins with the Buffalo Sabres. Go behind the scenes with one team for each round of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Quest for the Cup, only on NHL YouTube.
New this month on City TV Plus.
Sub-zero temperatures. There is no forgiveness.
24 chefs, 24 non-stop hours.
I think he's wrong. Lay off.
We are on a mission and we're going to find you a home.
Celebrity and where there's money.
Pretty high score for trouble.
Brand new challenge.
It's us against the world.
This hotel is going to be like nothing you've ever seen.
The best shows from the biggest networks, all in one place.
Stream it on City TV Plus.
Stream more every month with City TV Plus. Start your free trial today.
The Evergreens family vacation started with Expedia, the one place you go to go places. When hockey season ended, summer started. Dad knew his crew didn't need much, but they did need peace and quiet. And lots of space. So they planned their flights, car, and vacation home all in one place. Great, right? Nice job, Dad. Expedia, the one place you go to go places.
Nice long inhale.
We're good?
Hold up. Okay, we're good.
We're live in the community park with
Kasha.
Really looks like you have to dig deep for that second sun salutation. Take us through it.
I take it one pose at a time, Faisal, and leave it all out there for the team. And I just want to dedicate this one to them. It's a big win for the whole community.
The Participation Community Challenge presented by Novo Nordisk. Win the title of Canada's most active community.
The Stanley Cup playoffs on Sportsnet. Brought to you by Rogers. And presented by Instacart.
The big board presented by Bet365, official partner of the NHL. Just a reminder, it's a double-header Tuesday night. We're off to Las Vegas for Game 5 of the series, deadlocked at 2 games apiece. John Buccigross, Kevin Weeks, and Stormy Buonantony will have the coverage for us a little bit later tonight. Mitch Marner leads the Stanley Cup playoffs with 16 points. The big board presented by Bet365, official partner of the NHL. Download the app today. Owen Byram's dad, Sean, played for the New York Islanders just after Kelly Rudy played for the Isles. Great game at Montreal. Back to it next.
The playoffs almost over?
Believe it or not, we're just getting started. It's round 2. Expect the unexpected. The top contenders, they're dropping the hammer. And everybody's totally unhinged. It's poetry on ice with bruises and bad intentions.
I love that analogy.
It's really more of a metaphor. The boys are buzzing, the drama's unfolding, and the heroes are rising. And just when you think it's closing time...
When it's go time, and you're coming up short, order on Skip for your shot at winning one of 50 pairs of tickets to a Stanley Cup playoffs game. Only on Skip, official food delivery app of the NHL.
Babe, 1-0, end of the first.
Oh, nice.
"25 years ago, we had an idea. What if the future of driving was electrified? And what if we led the charge towards that future? Today, that idea has grown into a diversified lineup of electrified vehicles. Believing in your own path. It matters to you. It matters to us.
Quitting smoking is hard. Zonic can help by curbing nicotine cravings fast with an easy-to-use nicotine pouch. Find Zonic in pharmacies near you. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is highly addictive, only to be used by adults who are trying to quit smoking.
Tomorrow,
Bodies literally flying. Rock'em, sock'em, hit.
Hockey Central sets the stage for a Wild West showdown. Colorado flexed its depth in Game 4.
Kelly scores!
Now, a Minnesota miracle is needed to stay alive.
Colorado Avalanche have the Minnesota Wild on the brink of elimination.
2 hockey heavyweights ready to leave it all on the line in a crucial Game 5.
My goodness, what action! A lot at stake here.
You just have to watch the Stanley Cup playoffs on Sportsnet. The quest begins with the Buffalo Sabres. Go behind the scenes with one team for each round of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Quest for the Cup, only on NHL YouTube.
Lease the all-new 2026 Jeep Cherokee Hybrid from 2.99% for up to 24 months on all models.
From the opening kick to the winning goal and every unforgettable moment in between, every match matters. Watch the Northern Super League all season on CBC Gem. Well, Cole Caulfield brought up the word stoic in the aftermath of scoring in Game 3. There's a number of ways to define it, like it's not what happens that's important, but how we respond to what happens. Modern day stoic Ryan Holiday would put it. It's really been on Caulfield's mind the last few weeks as he's worked his way through things. Martin St. Louis said this morning, Caulfield has taken a big step in doing things with purpose when he doesn't have the puck, and he certainly had a purpose with the puck on that late power play, giving Montreal their first lead of game number 4, Chris.
He had a go-ahead goal on Sunday, and another one here. It's 31 on the year, which leads the NHL by a large margin. Dylan Guenther second with 20 go-ahead goals this season. Well, what happens next after a wild first period? Suzuki, Slafkovsky, and Caulfield to start. Dahlin sends it down into the Montreal zone. Canadians outscored the Sabres 3-1 in the middle frame on Sunday night. Dobik out of the net to play that for Lane Hudson. Now Nick Suzuki. Noah Dobson ahead. By the way, Hudson 10:05 of ice time in the first period. Across it comes to Dobson. He sends it into the slot. Hudson unable to get control of that, and away goes Josh Doan. Dobson back, Hudson trying to get back, and a centering pass knocked away by Dobson. Doan centered by Norris, onto the stick of Slavkovsky, and he'll flip it to center. Gathered and dumped in by Caulfield. Marty Zeller, we talked about chaos in the opening round against Tampa Bay. That was chaotic. It's tough to kind of regain your equilibrium when everything's getting out of control.
Well, not when you get a late goal like that. I think the dressing rooms would have been very different between these two teams, despite how close the score was. That late goal gives Montreal just a lot of confidence, a little momentum coming in here. I think if you're Lindy Ruff, he talked about just the patience that his team has to have.
Texier fired it across. That glanced off the stick of Dino. Anderson gives it back to Texier from the corner. Back up top, Matheson. Mike Matheson will cycle it around for Texier once again. Back to the line as Gooley steps on. Anderson taking a high stick. Wow. There's another penalty pending against Buffalo. Dobish makes the long skate to the Canadiens bench. Extra attackers on. Suzuki, Texier. Suzuki again. Anderson making room in front. Gooley trying to get available. It'll be Texier. Over Jekai. Left there in behind the net, Anderson. They extend the extra time with the man advantage here as Suzuki fired it across off tuck. No possession. They'll play on. Dano, and now off the stick of Tuck, and the penalty to be assessed, and they'll check for damage on Josh Anderson.
Yeah, Kelly Sutherland got the two fingers up here, just trying to get positioning in front of the net, and just a wave of the stick.
Penalty number 4.
Just seemed like it just grazed him, but right off the visor, and you could see Byram's reaction. Almost couldn't believe that he did that. And so the frustration for Lindy Ruff on his team, as he said, not taking penalties. You just gave one up with 12.2 left to Caulfield. Now you give that power play unit, which quite frankly, those 5 guys, Chris, have scored all 9 power play goals for the Montreal Canadiens this postseason.
This is the 10th power play of the last 4 periods plus. Lane Hudson at the controls. There's Demidov into the slot, got it back from Suzuki. Samuelson a stick on that, sent to the line. Hudson keeps it going. Suzuki ducked away from pressure. Demidov into the corner. Slavkovsky bounced there by Samuelson. And Buffalo with a clear off the stick to Greenway.
Yeah, I think Slavkovsky was surprised by the quick attack of Samuelson. He thought he was going to back off and had a little time and space. Good read by the Sabres defenseman.
Here's Hudson slaloming in and dropping it off. Slavkovsky on his backhand through Suzuki to the net. Caulfield and Luukkonen across to make the stop. Great setup by Suzuki to Cole Caulfield.
Well, there's what Kelly was saying about Luukkonen. Just go in there and battle. That was a battle and save. That was a heck of a play by Suzuki and an equally as good shot by Caulfield to make that kind of save.
Demidov at the line, looking across. It didn't get cleanly to Caulfield. Hudson, Demidov. Hudson's moved up, and now Slavkovsky across. And Caulfield again! And that's another battling stop by Luukkonen.
Oh, my goodness. You know, we've seen this series and this playoffs, some of the misses by Caulfield in tight, in alone with an empty net, but these are 2 blasts that are typical of his abilities. He gets this one up in the top third. It's the elbow of Luukkonen as he's sliding across, and then this one's a longer way to go for Luukkonen. Look, he's far to his left, and he just does the splits across. if Caulfield was able to get it as high as he did the first one, that one probably would have gone in, but those are two good shots and great saves.
Caulfield with 5 shots in the game in front for Doc. Knocked away from the goal mouth. Newhook kicked it free, but Buffalo able to clear. It looks like Cole Caulfield's getting his confidence back.
Yeah, despite not scoring 5-on-5, who cares? They are equally as important on the power play, and he and Slavkovsky have 7 of those 9.
Doc to Bolduc, looked across. It does get over there for Newhook. And Texier challenged by Alex Tuck. It comes around for Bolduc. Back to the far side. It jumped the stick of Texier. Past Texier again and right back past Bolduc. Penalty done as Byram returns to the ice. So they had 2 shots, those 2 Caulfield chances, but unable to expand the lead to 2.
But that's not a power play that derails your momentum. You know, they had the pressure, they got the execution, just a couple of beauty saves by the Sabre goaltender.
Scrum along the boards, Doc in the midst of it. It's back into the Montreal zone. Matheson, a stretch pass, broken up there by Power, but unable to clear the zone was Josh Doan, offside called.
You just know the magnitude of this game for Buffalo. You're already down by 1. You're trying to just even this up. This is a big game for Luukkonen after getting pulled, as you mentioned, or they mentioned the 14 seconds Kelly mentioned in game 2, and the rest was Alex Lyon's net. Now you got an opportunity to give your team a little bit of a spark. Well, you're down by 1 here. Those are 2 saves, though, Chris, that can inspire your bench. You know, for Lindy Ruff, he said it was a bad penalty to take again. Your goaltender bailed you out. Now go do something about it. Put the pressure on your players to try to support your goaltender.
Luukkonen did have a regular season win in this building. 32 saves in a 4-2 victory. These 2 teams splitting their regular season series. Matheson on it. Around it comes for Demidov. It gets past him and Dahlin. Kept in by Helenius. And Helenius after it again. Fires it across. Power in front. Sucker stop. Oh, that hit the back of the leg of Dobish and somehow ends up underneath.
Oh, man. I think he made a second save where he didn't even see it. He was spinning away without his stick. Again, great puck movement from down low to up high and then a cross seam tap in, and he's thanking everybody who's back. I think Dobish was able to see the first one, but watch the aftermath here. Deflection makes that save, and it just hit his left one, then it came back between his legs. And how about the senses of a goaltender? Be interested to Kelly. Can you feel this one coming back towards you? Right here, he made the one save, and then bang, it hits the inside, and he puts his pads right together to make sure he can hold on and not leave anything. The one thing he has done really well, Chris, he's allowed some rebounds, but he has battled really hard to get to them before the Sabres have been able to. That's really been something he's battled extremely hard on throughout this series.
A lot of those Dobish stop signs in the building here tonight. Along the boards, Power sealing it up, but now it's loose. And away goes Evans. With Deneau and Anderson going to the net. Anderson in behind in front for Deneau. Anderson again. Here's Carrier across for Matheson, flipping it towards the goal, and it didn't get to the net as Krebs off the glass, off Carrier, and here's Dahlin, and he takes a high stick. And now Buffalo will go to the power play. And they'll check for damage on Rasmus Dahlin.
Just rode right up his stick as he jumped up. There's another example of just instant offense. The D going. He's trying to make sure he gets 4. I haven't seen the arm up. Watch it just slide right up the stick there and hits him right in the top of the mouth there by Carrier, who's coming back.
45. It's a double minor. 4 minutes.
Double minor. He did get it. Took a couple of hits even along the way. Well, Chris, you look for your moment if you're the Sabres. Here it is. You know, it's been just a crazy first period with all the delays and the goal, no goal, couple of bad penalties. Well, now your power play, which has really been a problem, not just in the postseason, but the end of the season. Dahlin's arguing, can he stay on if he's not bleeding? It looks like he's going to be able to.
So that lip was cut. Boy, both coaches are going through it so far
how
tonight.
about the officials? Is this not the 15th time they've come together?
Matheson.
I don't think they spend this amount of time after the game together as they have on the ice here. So Dahlin's not able to stay because of the blood. And you know Lindy Ruff. He's getting impatient as Kelly Sutherland. Dahlin's had a...
It is pretty standard, but he'll get out there as soon as he can. But
I think Byram will just stand by the line, maybe even make the change. No?
And maybe Dahlin just milking it to make sure that this A power play unit is well rested with Tage Thompson to take the draw. That face-off won by Evans. Buffalo actually had the edge in face-offs in the opening period, 12-9.
Well, Byram went back for the puck, though, and you could see the impatience of Dahlin going, hey, man, you're supposed to come off for me.
Here's Thompson. In is Quinn, but it's offside.
I don't really get what Bowen Byram was doing there. I know you have faith in your abilities there, but clearly your captain is agitated. Clearly he wants to get on the ice. You lose that draw and it gets ice. Just make the change so he can get on. And he ended up joining the play. Dahlin was halfway over the board before before Byram was even close, and he's still having a talk with Kelly Sutherland.
And now it's on the stick of Rasmus Dahlin. A pair of goals in these playoffs. Kicks it back for Thompson. Leaves Thompson over the line. That's too far for Benson. A chance to clear, and that one off the stick and over the glass.
You know, just the frustration for Lindy Ruff with his power play entries has been there for so long, too long. Not just this playoff. They said they went 0 for 24 to end the season, and we're just... The entries have been so... They get a fortunate break there as that going up and over gives them an offensive zone face-off to try to not have to worry about an entry.
Well, they're now 4 for their last 59. And a face-off win by Evans. Wrapped around, and that does get outside the line. Quinn can't hold it. Newhook knocks him down, and Evans sends it the rest of the way. And Quinn and Newhook have a discussion. Your World Junior teammates. How are these guys very familiar with each other? Oh, it's in!
Unbelievable. Unreal. I don't think I've ever seen that.
Crazy bounce that hit Dobich, who didn't see it coming, and it's in the back of the net.
So, Chris, it's where the Zamboni comes out. That's the one area, you know, even the making of this building, I'm kind of shocked that the Zamboni is in the home teams, although second period, you just never know. So watch this, up and high off the glass and right off of Dobich's knee. For Thompson, who's been frustrated, hadn't scored till the last game since the first one, and this is just a knuckleballer that you could try that, 1,000 times. And that's why the Zamboni is usually in the visitors' end zone. But this second period, it ends up biting the home team. And just like that, we got a tie game. Wow.
You have to call that shot, don't you? What a fortunate break for the Sabres, who get even on Tage Thompson's fourth of the playoffs, and a strange power play goal that Dahlin gets an assist on. Team tied, they're still on the power play, loose in front, and knocked away by Anderson.
You think they'll try the dump-in entry again? I mean, all those failed entries, and it's simple dump-in gets them a power play goal.
Didn't Lindy Ruff tell us he didn't like the diagonal shooting?
You're right, he did.
Back in, and a chance here. The net was tucked, and that's shoved away by Dobich. Well, it'll be a little test for the rookie goaltender, how he responds after a strange one gets by him. Even at 2 apiece here in Game 4. Zucker back in along with Norris. Sent to the line for Byram. And across. Quinn doesn't have a shooting lane against Newhook. Byram back to Quinn. And across off his feet. And Evans will just steer it down to get a change. So just over a half minute remaining in the double minor to Carrier. Buffalo scoring on the front half to even the score. Trying to even the series. Thompson in again. He's Thompson in front and just backhanded wide by Benson. Puck fired off the boards and out by Deneau. Rasmus Dahlin dumps it back in. Hayden Gooley, first man on it. Up off the glass and down the ice. And now Carrier will return. But the Sabres score once on the double minor and have equalized. Up to the side of the net. Peyton Krebs back over to Power. He shot wide. Kirby Doc after it. Trying to chop that out, but it's dipped in by Buffalo. Lane Hudson dropping it back to Doc. Up the boards. And Carrier to the red line will feather it in. Owen Power back. Boleno on the full check. Boleno up with the puck. Here's Boleno. Doc taken away by Greenway. Fourth liners are out here. Battling with Bolduc behind the net. Remember Jackeye right point. That gets past Bolduc. In behind the cage again. Taken down was Doc. And play continues. Over the line comes McLeod. Mallenstein, his shot that goes high. Powers in behind the net. Bumped by Jackeye. Jack Quinn on it. And Jackeye and Quinn battling. Loose it goes for Slavkovsky, and he's out at center ice. Maintain possession, and with help from Boleno, gets it deep. Byram, and now Connor Timmins. Off Quinn and deep. Dobish out of the net. Up ahead, Slavkovsky. Rink wide, Caulfield. Back over to Slavkovsky with room. Here he comes, and Luukkonen with the stop. And it ends up in his glove. Tage Thompson, a frequent goal scorer, but that a different one for him.
Incoming dishes! Doc! Dawn Power Wash flies through 99% of grease and grime in half the time.
Yeah, it absorbs grease 5 times faster. Even replaces multiple cleaning products.
Ooh, those suds got game.
Dawn Power Wash, the better grease getter.
We build. That's what we do in Ontario. As Canada stares down economic uncertainty, we're ready with a plan to protect Ontario. Today and for generations. We're fighting to defend every job in auto, steel, and forestry. And we're building to grow, creating new opportunities for workers no matter what. Building new large-scale nuclear facilities and the first small modular reactors in the G7. Speeding up approvals to build mines and unlock the critical minerals the world needs. Diversifying our trade, building pipelines, rail lines, and ports to connect Ontario to new markets. And bringing opportunity, good jobs, and growth home. We're building to make Ontario the most competitive economy in the G7. Because this province doesn't just sit back, we build. That's how we protect Ontario.
Well, power play that's struggling with the entries. You can't get so stubborn that you're not able to make a change. Here's the first couple of attempts to make an entry. One on an offside, one on a fortunate play, but a turnover. Sometimes the simplest play is the best one. And, you know, credit Dobic, Chris. he didn't go out of his crease because it was up in the glass. That's all that Thompson was trying to do, keep the goaltender. If he had gone after it, that probably wouldn't have been a goal because it wouldn't have hit him. But you just never know. And something that has been really the source of frustration for your team, a simple entry dump in ties this game at 2 in wild fashion.
I think by the end of the night, we're going to have seen everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Here in game 4, there's a face-off win by Suzuki. Dobson to Hudson. He's shot into the glove of Luukkonen.
Stay ahead of live betting options and bet on any goal, save, or power play with BetMGM.
Fast breaks, big plays, and a title on the line. Catch the Canadian Elite Basketball League action all season on CBC Gem. Off the draw, Canadians control once again. Dobson for Hudson. Trying to spin away from the checking and goal. Knocked down was Caulfield. Penalty coming up, but again, Dobish makes the skate to the Montreal bench. Extra attackers on. It's Demidov. Suzuki tied up by Norris. They scrum along the boards, and Buffalo with the touch-up. And Kelly Sutherland's got another interference call.
Yeah, and it's going to be Dahlin again. He's been jawing at the officials. He's been frustrated, and, you know, he just can't seem to help themselves with the bad penalties.
Number 26, 2 minutes for interference.
Just one that, again, no reason whatsoever to do that. You know, look at the night and your penalties. If you're Lindy Ruff, this is your first conversation. A flyby on a power play that takes it away. A needless play away from the puck. Another jab at the end of a period that ends up with a goal. A high stick in your own zone. And another bad one there. But there's no reason for Dahlin to be that aggressive to knock Caulfield down. And the coach's look kind of says it all, doesn't it?
1 for 4. Caulfield a chance. A great move. The back end. Stop there. Well, they had 2 shots from Caulfield on their last power play that you felt wouldn't have hurt the momentum and confidence of the group.
Well, they're snapping it around with real confidence right now.
And Caulfield dashing in with some confidence. Slowed up there by Samuelson. Samuelson checked. That hit the official. Demidov in front. And that went off the leg. As Demidov looked to pass off there. Slavkovsky to the net. Turns it back. Ivan Demidov into the middle for Hudson. Steered to Caulfield in front, and what a setup. Slavkovsky missed the target.
Just a little bit off balance, turned the upper body a little too much, put it high and wide, but 2 quick passes create a great scoring chance.
They are snapping it around, and Slavkovsky back after it again. Caulfield retrieves, back to the line. Here's Demidov, boom, in front, shrugged away, rebound, and it's knocked past Caulfield. Back to Hudson again. Nick Suzuki, Slavkovsky's in the slot. Demidov calls for it, gets it. Slavkovsky looks for Caulfield, gets it to Suzuki, back in front, and off a skate, and Buffalo clears. Dobish headmans the puck. What a pass by Hudson. It is Bolduc, and Doc missed it. Gets it back towards Bolduc, and around it goes. Boy, that was some pass from Hudson, wasn't it?
How about that creativity? Just brought the defender to him, spun around with a no-look backhand, tape to tape.
Doc's in. Here's Newhook. A hot stick in this series. Dobson, Texier, off the shoulder, another chance. And Luukkonen equal to the task against Alex Newhook.
Boy, what a big sequence for the Buffalo goaltender. He said the power play, the one guy you're trying to get going desperately is Demidov, and he gets a shot pass that gets deflected and almost back the other side, and then starting this passing sequence with a little tip to Slavkovsky. It was the great job of Doc just letting that one through to guess who? Newhook with the opportunity in tight to get his 3rd straight second goal game, but Luukkonen able to make the save.
So 6 seconds remaining, and the Dahlin penalty as he stands in the box, anxious to return. Sabres win the draw. Power fires it down, and now Dahlin is is back on the ice. So Montreal's 1 for 5 on the power play. 2 more shots on that last man advantage. Evans is in. Luke Chen. Watched there by Newhook. Got it ahead for Thompson. Thompson unable to get it inside the line. Now dumps it backhand out of play as he was jostling in front of the Buffalo bench.
You know, again, for the Sabres, got to keep some 5-on-5 momentum going here. Your top guys. Here's a nice little tic-tac-toe, quick release, just high and wide to the outside.
I got dreams in my head and they won't go. Spirits in my head and they won't go. I got dreams in my head and they won't go. Spirits in my head and they won't go.
Hudson fire, scores!
I got dreams in my head and they won't go. Spirits in my head and they won't go. But the heart still rattles, the heart still rattles, oh.
As Canada stares down economic uncertainty, we're ready with a plan to protect Ontario. We're fighting to defend every job, building new nuclear facilities, speeding up approvals to build mines, diversifying our trade, bringing opportunity, good jobs, and growth home. Because this province doesn't just sit back, we build. That's how we protect Ontario.
Both teams have had leads tonight. We're tied at 2 in period number 2. They talk about ebbs and flows of the playoffs. We're getting lots of it tonight.
You know, the coaches always talk to the players. How do you handle when something of adversity happens to you? Well, we've seen it for both these teams. If you look at the Buffalo Sabres, thinking they have a 2-0 lead in the first period, getting off to a great start. Not only do they lose the goal, but then you get a crazy bounce your way. And I think if you're Lindy Ruff through it all here, down by 1 in the series, you got to be okay with where your team's at. The key here is who can get that all-important next goal, set the stage for the final period coming up.
Canadians trying to take a stranglehold. The Sabres trying to regain home ice advantage. And Matheson sends it back in behind the Buffalo net under 6 to go here in the second period. Deflected. I'm going to call ice. It looked like that went off the stick of Tuck.
Till the roof comes off, till the lights go out, till my legs give out, ain't shit come out.
So face-off back in the Buffalo zone.
It's evened out a little bit. A good first period for the Buffalo Sabres. They're at 51 now, something that they have not been close to throughout this series. Been dominated by the Canadiens.
Leno 1-1 in the face-off circle tonight. He was perfect. 5-0 on Mother's Day. Lost that one to Thompson. Scrum in behind the net, and Darlene flattened there by Kirby Dach. Matheson ahead off Dach, and Darlene has it again. A lead feed that doesn't reach Benson. Thompson over the line. Sends it in. Zach Benson goes after it. Dach back defensively, and Matheson takes over. Flips it high, and that out at center ice. Swung in on the backhand by Beaudin. Owen Power off the boards. Dobson hops on that, but it's played off his stick by Josh Norris. Leno at the end of the shift sends it in. Owen Power behind his net. Banks it ahead. Benson's got room. Into 2-on-1 perhaps. And then Fenn on the shot. And Slafkovsky plays it back to center. Now Slavkovsky over the line. Caulfield hops back onside. Here's Slavkovsky. Rebound in front and into the glove of Luukkonen.
You know, Benson, we haven't heard his name a whole lot. He finally gets a little bit of open ice on a nice bank pass, but great read coming back between defensemen, takes away his options, takes away the shot.
Thank you. Hi there, I'm Lilypad. Let's play.
Extinction, not again. Woody!
Came here as fast as I could.
What are you, some sort of old man toy?
What? She thinks you're old because you're bald, Woody.
Oh. Bonnie needs help from someone from the same century. So long, toys.
We're gonna need backup. No way.
Bonnie still needs us. Come on, Bullseye.
We're here for our convertible.
How about an SUV?
Want to get out of here?
Where are those trucks?
We're right here.
Whatever it is, we're here for it.
If Connor McDavid and Connor Bedard had childhood ambitions to become architects, CIBC would work with them every step of the way.
How you doing?
Hi, Connor.
Or if they wanted to be music producers.
Let's see here. I like that.
Or motorbike mechanics. Whatever their ambition, CIBC would be there with a personalized plan. Just like we'll have a personalized plan for your ambitions too. CIBC, ambitions made real.
Introducing new Crest Clean Breath. Unlike a regular toothpaste, it doesn't just mask bad breath, it neutralizes bacteria for long-lasting, cleaner breath. Get that clinically proven Crest Clean Breath.
When an old case resurfaces, Fitz and Arch face new dangers in their deadliest investigation yet. St. Pierre, all episodes available to stream now on CBC Gem. Well, Lindy Ruff mentioned when the team was going through their Western Canada trip this year, right before the season turned around, they had a meeting with the leadership group. It was contentious, it was honest, but a real key moment in time when you look back at their journey this season. He said all year they have answered the call when they've needed a response. It's about their compete against ours, and another deadlock here in the second, Chris.
A stick came up on Evans. The officials did not react. No arm came up, but now they stopped play, and the linesman is being consulted here.
You better check Lindy Ruff's heartbeat here again, too. I mean, this is just one of those games where you just can't get away from a little bit of controversy. You're right, neither of the officials.
Julian Fournier was closest to it.
Let's see coming up. Oh, just right there as Evans goes down and Timmins. So it wasn't a follow through. The puck went one way and he turned his body. And I don't think the officials saw what it was. They thought the reaction was too much. The linesmen have the ability to make a call, but if nothing else, they got the whistle. I'll tell you, you know, you sit at home and watch replays in super slow motion. This game happens so fast, too. It's hard to know. Guys flail their heads back. We've been caught on those sometimes, but I think that probably was a penalty, but not going to happen.
And there was some dissent at the Montreal bench. Did you see Jake Evans, who was the recipient of the high stick, and he waved off another teammate, so let's get back to it. So we continue on under 4 minutes remaining in this second period. A lead feed off the skate to Quinn, and he's got Zucker to the net, and it jumps his stick. So they misfire on a potential 2-on-1 back. New hook drops for Evans to the little room. Tried to get it across, and Quinn came back. Evans in front, another chance. Luukkonen knocked it away. Almost great karma for Jake Evans there. Without his stick, Carrier kicks it to Evans behind the net. Gets it to Caulfield off the bench. Across it goes Keegan Gooley. Gooley takes a look. Gooley across. Slap pass to Slavkovsky. Here's Slavkovsky, checked by Zucker, who wants to get to the bench. Slavkovsky looks across, they're back in. Gooley tied up by Benson. Loose, Slavkovsky in deep. Suzuki was in front. It'll come to Gooley. Shot, and that hit a body and goes wide. In behind the net, Slafkovsky again. A broken stick here, and Canadians will try and take advantage of that. Suzuki. Slafkovsky. Caulfield's on the doorstep. And it's played past Gooley and off Gooley down the ice.
Well, that's a minute 50 for 4 of those 5 Sabres on the ice. That's a huge non-icing call. It would have been a tired group for Montreal to try to take advantage of.
Canadians trying to regain momentum in the late stages of their second period. They scored a late first period goal. Suzuki tried a sharp angle shot. It's Matheson across, and Norris got his stick on that and deflects it out.
Boy, some pressure in the Buffalo zone, but a little bit of too aggressive play by the defense creates this 2-on-1, but a bouncing puck. Oh, it never laid flat across, and then right in the goal mouth area, one chance there for Evans. Couldn't get the rebound, gets tackled down by Samuelson. A couple of good saves again by Lehkonen. But it's that fine line, Chris. You know, the one good chance out of that sequence on the 2-on-1 was just Hudson, as he's done so effectively, just hanging in just a second too long. And, you know, if you get caught there, the transition game can catch you. Both these teams excellent at it.
Well, now Jake Evans is, I think he's arguing about the tackle in front of the net, not the replaying the high stick from earlier.
Hard to keep track in this game.
Matheson with a nice move. Big shot right on. And Darlene with the clear. Reach for this puck. Back goes Dobson, and just enough for icing.
You know, you forget sometimes how good an offensive player Mike Matheson is because his role has transitioned into such a good defender. You know, a shutdown D, but he's got that ability with the mobility across the line. Tough to take that shot coming as a lefty going down the right side, but he's able to get it there, leave a rebound. But good athleticism across the top.
Face-off win with a shot right on. Batted out of mid-air by Krebs and out to center. Dropped off the stick of Krebs, dumped back in, and Anderson's going to get on this. Here's Anderson from the corner. Jolted by Darlene. We had words just prior to the last face-off. It comes to Dobson. He's shot through off the blocker, and now will be a penalty in front of the Buffalo net.
It's going to be Byram with a high stick on Texier.
And they'll check for damage, whether it's 2 or more.
It's 4.
It is 4.
Can you? I don't remember a sequence like we've had.
Buffalo penalty number 4. 4-minute double minor for high sticking.
Oh man, there's so many sticks to the face. You know, the battle for the real estate in front, and that's just another error. You saw the earlier one by Byram. There's just no question about it. There's nothing to argue there. You're taught as a defender, you got to get body position and not allow him there. You start reaching like that, you're going to miss a stick and hit a face. How about the veteran play here by Lehkonen saying he's got a bit of a mask problem? Try to quiet things down, slow the power play, get his team a little bit of composure back.
It's a challenge to quiet things down in this building, and I wonder, are we seeing all this because players are just getting overheated in the environment?
Well, as we're sitting at 111 decibels, it's hard to answer you there, Chris, but, you know, I think everybody knows what it's like at this point to play playoff hockey in this building. You have to try to take the energy that it gives you, but don't make it think that you're playing worse than you actually are. At times, you're not playing that bad, but all of a sudden, the crowd is reacting to everything, and you feel like you're back on your heels. There's a lot of talk on that Buffalo bench from behind from the coaches saying, get your composure back, stay out of the box, and just start pushing forward. Lehkonen should be forced to take another helmet here. He should have his other mask because this has already been over a minute. We've already had enough delays in this game. George Babcock trying desperately to get the clips on, but if he can't get it, the mandate is you got to get your other mask, and that's what's happening. So you talk about, again, all that you have to deal with, the crowd and everything here. Now you got a power play that you're dealing with. and you got your second mask.
Canadians scored a power play go-ahead goal with 13 seconds left in the first period. And now with under a minute and a half to go in the second, back on the power play, looking to go ahead again. Slavkovsky to Hudson. Far side for Caulfield, who had that power play goal. Suzuki watched by Power. Slavkovsky tried to get it to Demidov, cut off by Timmins. And now back on the stick of Lane Hudson. Slavkovsky down low, and Demidov sent that across the goal mouth. Slavkovsky knocked down there by Greenway. Final minute, second period. Hudson to Caulfield. Caulfield shot that went off a stick high, kept in by Hudson. Great keep at the line, and it's Slavkovsky. Trying to get away from Allenstein. Working it across. Bouncing for Demidov, and he couldn't connect with Hudson, who has to scamper back. Buffalo gets a change, but they're a little late coming on. It's Suzuki in. And now Caulfield behind the net. Back to the captain. Trying to center that. It's Demidov ducking under a check from Power. Suzuki with 20 seconds to go. Caulfield to the line. Hudson controls. Hudson and a one-timer that breaks the stick of Slavkovsky. And it's cleared the length of the ice. Dober stops that up. Do they have time for one more second period attack? Hudson, time winding down. Last shot blocked. And we are through two. Tied at 2 on the strangest goal we'll likely see in this series. Off a stanchion after being fired in by Tage Thompson. So Samuelson and Thompson.
Is your place to get every highlight from every series, behind-the-scenes playoffs content, and the most NHL Edge Advanced stats. The Stanley Cup playoffs are better on the NHL app.
The quest begins with the Buffalo Sabres.
Believe in yourself, believe in your teammate.
Go behind the scenes with one team.
It's all about there's hunger
for each round of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Quest for the Stanley Cup, only on NHL YouTube.
Chevy Silverado. And a family weekend. No time to waste. An available Super Cruise. The only hands-free towing tech on the road. So you can go big and go home feeling more relaxed.
The offer you've been waiting for is here. During the Chevrolet 0% event, get 0% financing on select 2026 models and terms. Hurry to your nearest dealership now.
Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Did you book that next hotel?
Booking now with TD Rewards points. The TD First Class Travel Visa Infinite Card. Earn up to 165,000 TD Rewards points, plus an annual fee rebate in your first year. It's how we're making banking more human.
Hey, Hockey God, where were you on that one?
Oh, my bad.
After review, the call is no goal.
Barkeep, more wet napkins.
Tomorrow,
bodies literally flying. Rock'em, sock'em, hit.
Hockey Central sets the stage for a Wild West showdown. Colorado flexed its depth in Game 4.
Kelly scores!
Now, a Minnesota miracle is needed to stay alive.
Colorado Avalanche have the Minnesota Wild on the brink of elimination.
Two hockey heavyweights ready to leave it all on the line in a crucial Game 5.
My goodness, what action! A lot at stake here.
You just have to watch the Stanley Cup playoffs on Sportsnet.
I got dreams in my head and they won't go. Spirits in my head and they won't go. I got dreams in my head and they won't go. Spirits in my head and they won't go.
Hudson fire scores!
I got dreams in my head and they won't go. Spirits in my head and they won't go. But the heart still rattles, the heart still rattles, oh.
Take one Defender. Add a large helping of sand. Mix in some rocks. Freeze to -40 for several days. Then soak in 900 milliliters of water. Bake at 50 degrees. Finally, serve on a plateau of your choosing.
Which hockey god are you?
I'm the god of the goalposts.
All right.
Oh. Love that sound.
Just get a scooch past you.
See? These dishes are still dirty.
You need a detergent that cleans your dishes and your filter.
Filter?
Yep, my go-to is Cascade Platinum Plus. Only these action packs have double the Dawn, breaking down food residue, even on your filter. Cascade.
Stanley Cup playoffs on Sportsnet presented by Rogers. Was so excited to surprise Kevin, but he's already seen the video.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you do.
Sportsnet.
Crazy stanchion.
Okay, so this gets pretty complicated. So I've been texting a lot of my friends. Some are NHL goalie coaches, some are just goalie coaches that I trust out there. And they're all brilliant, and they all have a little bit of a different theory in this. Some say for Dobush, stay in the middle of the net. Other guys say don't stay in the net, guide or be up against the post on the near side so this can't happen. And I don't really know. They don't really teach us anymore, but I can tell you this. That is the Zamboni end, so you should never trust that. That theory has never gone away. The other thing is it's his home building, so he should know the likelihood that there could be a bad bounce. The other thing is the goalie coach on the visiting team. Was this just a good break for Buffalo? Or is this advanced scouting? The goalie coach on the visiting team, usually one of his duties is to go into that visiting rink and rim pucks along the ice and rim on the glass. And maybe they found a weakness there or a spot in which they go, you never know, but try it here. Maybe that's why Thompson did. It's very complicated, though.
So I was texting all my really good friends that are all stanchions. And all my good stanchion friends say the thicker the stanchion, the better.
Right.
And when they're in that one corner there by the Zamboni Bay, they're thicker ones. You can see they're a little bit thicker stanchions right there for extra support. And that's what the puck hits. If it hits the thinner ones, it probably doesn't get this direct bounce into the net. So you do have to be aware of those, Kel. Like, and Dobush should know, like, those thicker stanchions, don't trust the bounce because, they could work for you, it could work against you. But I always like the thicker the stanchion, the better for me.
One thing we haven't addressed is maybe the speed of the shot. So, Usama or Brad, if you can get the speed of the wrister by Tage, that might account for... You have the speed, Brian? Oh, no, okay. We'll get it. Edler dumped it in. You remember famously double overtime? Vancouver Canucks somehow won a game.
Yeah.
What did it hit? The seam? Just the seam in the glass?
It hit a really thick stanchion. We had thick stanchions, though, in Vancouver. Look at them.
Now it's all the seam. Imagine that. Yeah. Like, that's not even close to the corner.
It was way different. Dumping pucks in, we were always taught, put it in the glass. Put everything in the glass back then because it's going everywhere. It's like Plinko.
The other thing a goaltender could do, this isn't just focused on Dobush, but instead of staying in the middle or against the near post, you could just sort of turn your body this way so you're facing towards the puck because then you could absorb it. And the likelihood of it hitting you and going
Kev
in the
made
net
a good
isn't
point,
great.
though, Kel. He said maybe he was already preparing mentally because it was going to go around. He was thinking we're shorthanded. It's going to go to one of those
100% he was.
Yeah, so he was moving left.
He thought he was ahead of the play.
Yeah, right.
I like what you said, though, Kel. You said one of your goalie coach friends said that this is, or maybe your goalie coach friend said this is a 1 in a million. So, like, how do you overcoach something that's never going to happen again? So you just chalk it up to a bad, hey, it's a bad bounce.
That's Ryan Ludzik. Shout out Niagara Ice Dogs goalie coach. He said you could do that 1,000 times, and it's probably going to happen.
But we do see bad bounces in a lot of games.
Like more than you
I
think,
know
right?
in Calgary, where I broadcast a lot of games, I can tell you 2 trouble spots, and it happens often there.
Okay. Luukkonen. Stay on the goaltending team. So Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen did not have a great first round, right? Had 2 games where he probably wasn't playing his best hockey. And I just think when you look at games like this, there are moments from within the game where you can generate momentum from. This is a penalty kill for the Buffalo Sabres, and he is going to save Cole Caulfield not once but twice in a spot where Cole has scored so many times over the past couple years. That was the first one, and this is the second one. This game is 2-1 right now, and this could have easily went to 3-1. They don't. He makes the save, and we all know the rest. They go back, and this game is tied now. Those are two massive saves, Kel.
I want to talk about confidence, guys. Confidence, remember? I don't have it in my pockets. I can't give it to you. When you don't have it, it's weird. And when you get it back, you're a different person. So for Cole Caulfield, go back to last game. Watch him miss this empty netter. And he knows it. He feels it. And it's amazing. There's no confidence in him right now. He gets that empty net tap in from Hudson. And all of a sudden, you start to feel a little bit better. Just from one play, one moment in time changes the way you feel about yourself, your skill level. This unbelievable goal tonight, right? So the confidence is coming back. It's coming back. It's coming back. And then all of a sudden he gets this puck and he does, okay, settle down. The confidence is fully back now. He would not try that a few games ago. It's interesting confidence. Comes quickly, it's gone even quicker.
Confidence. You guys got it? David, Elliott.
Yeah, we do have it, and we want to know the speed of Kevin's overtime shot there. That's the one we got to get the radar on. Listen, one of the big themes tonight's been discipline or lack of discipline, and it starts really with the Sabres captain, Rasmus Dahlin. What's happening here, Elliott?
Well, he's on tilt. He's a bit on tilt. And by the way, Dave, credit to you. You did most of this pack. I was on the phone the entire second period. By the way, Kevin, excellent Plinko reference. The Sabres kind of joke about this a little bit, that they talk about, Benson can be a guy who gets his wires crossed, but so can Dahlin. This just isn't the time for it. So Dahlin's played 13-10 through 2 periods because he's got 4 minutes of penalties. Only Luke Schenn has played less. Normally he is the defenseman who plays the most for the Sabres. They need him on the ice in the 3rd period. They can't have him in the penalty box like that.
And Ron, when it comes to closing time, the Canadians have been very good in this series, outscoring Buffalo 4-0 so far in the 3rd period. So again, tie game. Here we go. Game on.
Jakub Dobeš has not allowed a goal since Game 4, as you know, the opening round. He's been perfect the last 6. So there's Tage Thompson and Kelly Sutherland. Kyle Bukauskas referred earlier to a photo taken with Lane Hudson. That's Olivier Roux at UC Irvine, tallest player in NCAA basketball history with his hero.
This intermission is brought to you by Rogers. The dream goes on. This is our game.
I want you.
The Hyundai Elantra inspires a special type of love. The type that goes the distance. That always stays on your mind. And still takes your breath away after all this time. It's that Hyundai Elantra type of love.
When pain shows up, Tylenol is on your team. It's like Nathan McKinnon having your back, even when your back doesn't have your back. Tylenol Extra Strength, your pain relief MVP.
A quick chat can save thousands on your mortgage renewal at Dominion.
We've got flavors from around the globe out on the pitch today. Lime cheesecake Timbit squeezes it up the sideline. A cappuccino Timbit with some indulgent footwork. Chocolate creme brulee Timbit with a decadent takeaway. And get off a volley to fireworks Timbit. The caramel churro fans are frozen in anticipation. And it's a goal! Fireworks Timbit scores! Pop it off in celebration! It's game on at Tim's with new Timbits in ice cap flavors from around the globe. Try them all today.
This game is brought to you by Rogers. The dream goes on. This is our game.
New this month on City TV Plus.
Sub-zero temperatures. There is no forgiveness.
24 chefs, 24 non-stop hours.
I think he's wrong. Lay off.
We are on a mission and we're going to find you a home.
Celebrity and where there's money.
Pretty high score for trouble.
Brand new challenge. It's us against the world.
This hotel is going to be like nothing you've ever seen.
The best shows from the biggest networks, all in one place.
Stream it on City
TV Plus.
Stream more every month with City TV Plus. Start your free trial today.
New Old Spice Cosmic Quest 24/7 freshness makes me want to be Mario. He has the confidence to fly through the galaxy wearing nothing but this. Thanks, Old Spice. Now I smell super.
What would you like to taste today?
Every coffee, a new world. Every sip, a new taste. Keep exploring with new virtual Nespresso. What else?
There are plenty of reasons to go, and plenty of ways Jeep can get you there. Because this Jeep Compass delivers 200 horsepower, and the roads don't have to be paved when you have class-exclusive capability. Because premium comfort comes with you in the Jeep Grand Cherokee, and the right technology keeps you connected when you go off the map. Still need reasons? Here's two more. Get up to $7,500 in total incentives on the 2026 Jeep Compass, or 0% financing for 72 months on a 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee.
Welcome back to Stanley Cup Playoffs on Sportsnet, presented by Instacart. Groceries, just how you like. Don't miss the all-new original series, Dutton Ranch, streaming May 15th exclusively on Paramount+.
I miss him.
We brought the best part of your father with us. Our junior folks moved down here from Montana.
Rio Paloma's a bit more complicated.
No one understands what we've done to protect this ranch.
I need you ready for the hard parts, because they're coming.
Sounds like fun. A legacy is a beautiful thing. But only if it survives.
Welcome to Texas.
Till the roof comes off, till the lights go out, till my legs give out, can't shut my mouth, till the roof comes off, till the lights go out.
A legacy is a beautiful thing, but only if it survives.
I'm a rip till my phone
When you've been in Canada for 240 years, you get around. Because it doesn't matter what it's in. It matters where it's from. Molson, everyone in.
Companies everywhere bought into AI. Problem is, nothing works together.
That was not me.
Only the ServiceNow AI platform breaks down the walls. It integrates anything, any workflow.
Any data source. And with the AI Control Tower, we can finally manage all our AI.
The ServiceNow AI platform lets you connect and control everything to put AI to work for your people. Take a seat, Nick. On a chair.
Easiest if everybody just moves down one? No, okay.
Hibernation season is over. And in a BMW, the ultimate driving season has officially begun. Accelerate into spring at the BMW Invitational Sales Event. Until May 25th, enjoy lease rates from 0.49% APR and credits up to $10,000.
All rights to this broadcast are reserved, and any rebroadcast, recording, retransmission, or other use of this broadcast without the express written consent of the National Hockey League is expressly prohibited.
With Nicorette, I'm finally quitting for real. I'm facing the cravings, the triggers, refusing to give in. That's real quitting. The journey wasn't easy, but real freedom is worth it. With Nicorette, you're up to 2 times more likely to quit. Nicorette, quitting made real.
Only to be used by adults who are trying to quit smoking. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is highly addictive.
New Old Spice Cosmic Quest 24/7 freshness makes me want to be Mario. He has the confidence to fly through the galaxy wearing nothing but this. Thanks, Old Spice. Now I smell super.
I miss him.
We brought the best part of your father with us.
Rio Paloma's a bit more complicated.
No one understands what we've done to protect this ranch.
I need you ready for the hard parts, because they're coming.
Sounds like fun. A legacy is a beautiful thing. But only if it survives.
Lane Hudson gearing up for 2.5 minutes that still remains on Montreal's power play. A big part of his routine is what he wears to the rink on game nights. In the era of a relaxed dress code, he is constantly wearing a suit and tie. He said he tried going casual one preseason game. He admitted it just didn't feel right. He likes looking all business rolling into the building. Also gets out in the hallway very early before warm-up and before the game. He and Von Demidov are the first ones out there. Likes taking the time to do a little deep breathing, clear his mind, and it's been business as usual for Hudson again here tonight. Chris, you mentioned played over half the first period. He's already over 18 minutes to begin this third.
Has an assist in the game, has points in 9 of 11, so here we go. 2-2 as we get set to start the third in game 4. Well, Montreal with 2.5 minutes of power play time available. Byram in the box. Slavkovsky trying to slide that through. Broken up by Greenway, who turns Montreal back.
It's hard early in a period to get that same urgency that you had at the end. You know, you always think it's going to be an advantage. Often the power play to start a period seems a little bit off. The pass is not quite there.
There's Hudson a little room. Slavkovsky and Luukkonen had that leak behind him. And ends up back out at center.
Boy, from our angle here, all you could see was Luukkonen, his head snap up, feeling I don't think I have that one. What a great job behind him to maybe save a tap-in goal. You know, it must be a bad feeling. You feel the contact in your body. Good play here, faking the shot. And then watch, it's rolling between and good patience there. Samuelsson didn't panic, just made sure. Didn't make a move to try to crawl across the crease, just poked it behind and went after it.
Samuelsson with 4 block shots and 4 hits to lead the Sabres defensively tonight. And he has a goal. Canadians organized through center, and now Caulfield drops it off. Demidov slides that through. Suzuki for Hudson. Back across. That's blocked by Power. Demidov hounded. Gets it to Suzuki. Nick Suzuki in. Send it across. It'll come back to Hudson. A one-timer. Luukkonen stops Demidov looking for his first postseason goal. Kept alive by Hudson. Demidov hooked it in front, and it's a call.
It hurt the curved glass.
Okay.
Yeah, that keep in there at the line by Hudson hit that curved glass as the man's watching there. Thought it was coming there, but boy, another good chance. You know, this building and these fans have been waiting for Demidov to finally hit the score sheet, and there's another good chance that Luukkonen slid across, kept that pad down. Kyle was talking about ice time for Lane Hudson. You know, the one thing in the last 2 games that were so lopsided, Marty St. Louis able to keep him down to an average of 20-44, and Chris, in the previous 8 games, his average was 27-17, so he's got something left in the tank here after a couple of slow games.
He's likely to be back up there tonight. Here's Hudson again in front, and a one-timer miss by Suzuki. And Buffalo clears. There's a setup they were looking for.
A short side there for Suzuki, got it up high, just hit the outside of the post going by.
Like he was in Cole Caulfield's office there.
Was he ever?
Hudson in deep, in behind, one hands it for Slavkovsky. Greenway there, and he'll clear. And now, just over a half minute remaining as the top power play unit goes off, and Buffalo makes alterations to their penalty killing crew. Dobson and Texier with Doc. New hook. Over the line comes Montreal. Sent around for Bolduc. Deflected past him. Dobson bounces that in behind the net. And Montreal nearly came up with that. And it comes back out to center. So 2 shots for Montreal in the 4-minute power play. And Bowen Byram back on the ice. Doc in, flicks the shot on goal. Played into the slot, and Bolduc is there. In it goes. Back for Matheson on the backhand. Kicked it back to Dobson. Wasn't expecting it. And they have to reboot out at center. Bolduc fires it back in. Doesn't get the stanchion bounce. And slowly Owen Power, great pass. Krebs in on that left flank. Watched by Gooley. There's Phil Deneau. Trying to send away Valeno, and Anderson's in. Anderson, sharp angle shot off Luukkonen. Josh Anderson got it again. Can come out in front. Backhand, and that hit Owen Power in front. Or excuse me, Dahlin. Buffalo clears. Icing Sabres.
A couple of pushes. Not much on the power play, but a couple of good chances. Here's the nice little play by Hudson again. The pass across, up off the post. Good positioning by Luukkonen, but this is what speed will get you. Just dump it to an area. He gets in there quickly, does Anderson, and the puck ends up finding its way back. So Luukkonen been tested here early on.
Got for 12-4 in the second period, Montreal, and now have a 23-17 advantage. Gooley's shot changes direction, ends up in the corner. There's Carrier down low, kicking it loose as he was tied up momentarily. Trying to fish that out again. Canadians have won over 60% of the puck battles so far in this game. Through 2 periods of play, but we've got a penalty coming up here against the Canadians.
Watch up to 4 games at once, only with Multiview. Rogers Xfinity. We got you.
Chris, again, just a little game management. You have to know if you're Montreal. It's 7-3, the penalties here, and that's you just can't do. Offensive zone, and there's no question he's grabbing it. Both arms went up with the officials. As you've got to give at least you had help behind you, so you didn't need to pull. And Evans, a key penalty killer and face-off guy, sitting in the box. That doesn't help either.
So Suzuki has to start a face-off win for Buffalo, and the shot that Dober stops off the stick of Jack Quinn.
Well, Quinn, who had that goal disallowed, just trying to get on the scoreboard for his first playoff goal. No hesitation off the one draw, and often you win that draw and you just try to get the setup. Instead, Quinn tried to rush one. Dobish with the good save.
Sabres a slight edge in face-offs. Knobson gets waved out. Philip Deneau at 61.3%. in the playoffs. Coming into tonight, he won 25 of 33 against Buffalo in this series, but Sabres get that one. Dahlin and Quinn are up top. That shot through and sticks to Dobish.
That seems like a little thing, but that shot there was for one purpose and one purpose only. It wasn't a shot that's going to score on its own, but with two bodies in front, the battle, can you get a shot through that somehow Dobish doesn't see? And Doan wasn't able to get his stick free to get a piece of it, and good absorption of the shot by Dobish for no rebound.
Suzuki pulled that back. He's 11-7 on the draw tonight. Canadians killing some time along the boards here. Trying to keep it there. Finally put loose by Doan and across now to Quinn. 4.5 minutes into the third. Dahlin to Thompson. Carrier watching him. Trying to deny a shooting lane. In front of the net. Scores! Zach Benson has put Buffalo ahead with a power play goal.
Just another great example of Benson's control of his body, knowing exactly when to get away from the traffic. He's fighting to get inside position. Once he gets it and it comes down to the low man, he just kicks off, turns, doesn't panic, off his stick, off his skate, on his stick, and a quick little backhand. In these in-tight positions, it's so much easier on your backhand to lift it and get it up. If you're on your forehand there, you're reaching out, you can't get it up as quickly. Dobish thought he had his glove there, but Benson on the doorstep, like he so often does, gets that inside position, and he's quieted this crowd with a 3-2 Buffalo lead.
That's his fourth of the playoffs, and the fourth comes on his 21st birthday. And the Sabres have their second lead of the night. Doc will play that in behind the net. Moreno goes after it. Here's Moreno trying to one-hand it back to Hudson. And across, Dobson looking for a stick. Bolduc got able to redirect that. Moreno had that knocked down by Timmins, played to the Montreal line. Helenus unable to enter the zone. Hudson works it loose. Dobson turns back. Both teams want changes. The only other Sabre to score a playoff goal on his birthday was our late good friend Peter McNabb for Buffalo back in 1975 against Montreal. Benson here with a go-ahead marker early in the third. That one kicked in by Carrier. And it's Slavkovsky up high. For Caulfield, bouncing it in deep where Suzuki tries to come up with it against Byram. Knocked loose for Power. Gem. So the Canadians unable to connect on a double minor to Bowen Byram that extended through the late second period into the third, and now a power play goal for Buffalo has that them in front. Here's Newhook speeding in. Alex Newhook trying to center. Gets it again. Noah Dobson across. Hudson sends it wide. Newhook. Broken up by Thompson. Erasmus Dahlin. Dobson stepped up on that, but overskates it and tucked. Newhook came back to intercept, and back in comes Evans. A pass for Dobson off his stick and sent back out to center. Anderson off the Montreal bench. Evans plays it back. Krebs lost his stick. He's heading off on a change. Here's Texier dumping it in. Anderson first man to it. Knocked away from him. Along the boards, Matheson has it slide past. Here comes Jason Zucker across. Chance. Oh, what a stop! Dobish with a huge save. He'll recover his stick. Back the other way. Gano trying to break in. And play is called so we can admire a remarkable stop that keeps the Canadians within one.
Well, this is one of those saves that is just pure effort and athleticism that allows you to get it. Got everything there, able to get the splits across off that bottom pad. Unreal.
What a save! Speaking of saves, I switched us to Desjardins Insurance. Scored us some savings.
Easy. Nice shot.
It's been 2 weeks with an ordinary razor. Do you risk the burn or burn through another cartridge? That's not a problem you have with Gillette. Every blade is built stronger than steel, with 3 times more protective coatings than the leading 5-blade competitor, for a difference you can see and feel. So you're
What the tapping? Is it lagging? Refresh, refresh.
Carr made it tough. Dosunmu, nice pass inside Gobert. Late to catch, got wrapped up. And this foul is called, so Champagnie will pick it up. It'll be side out.
And look at Anthony Edwards. He walks right up to Gobert and is kind of grab the basketball, because that should be a catch.
Yeah, that's like the
and finish.
Yep.
Squeeze that orange. Go up quickly.
What happened earlier, as you called out? Now he's going to move Wembanyama. Go inside. Frenchman on Frenchman. Lost the handle for a second. Clock at 6. Randall. Using the size on Castle. Wrap around to the corner for 3. McDaniels.
That's a fine. That was a fine. That is his hand too, Red. He got it with his right hand on the money.
It is a 4-point game all of a sudden. And a turnover by the Spurs.
And now it's the defense of Minnesota kind of tightening their screws a little bit. Look at this find here by Randall. McDaniels knocking down his second 3 of the evening.
10-2 to start the quarter. We guarantee a timeout if the Timberwolves score on this trip. Randall's got it. Clock at 10. Moving inside. Tough shot. Rebound by Champagnie for the Spurs. Fox. Nobody stops him, so he gets inside. Gets in trouble. Locate Champagnie. Daniels sees Wembanyama, tries to get away from him. High archer is good, and the timeout here. It is a 2-point game. 12-2 to start the third. This crowd is quiet. Not many of them in here, and they've been silenced by the Timberwolves. Over Wembanyama. Hard to do. McDaniels does, and this lone wolf voice of San Antonio. His team's back in it.
Going for the win.
Look at the determination on his face.
I just flipped the switch. I don't know nobody else that's doing this. Don't never stop.
Introducing Gatorade Lower Sugar. No artificial colors, no artificial flavors, no artificial sweeteners, and 75% less sugar. Gatorade Lower Sugar. Hydrates better than water.
These are my confidence boost.
An escape from my family drama. Mi secreto para brillar.
The final touch to my look. Sunglass Hut. Own your moment.
The all-new Hyundai Palisade Hybrid.
You know what I'm after?
You want to be the biggest star in the world?
You see it? You can do it.
Michael, rated PG-13.
This is Arby's pulled pork and chopped brisket. This is the juicy result of slow smoking meat for up to 13 hours. And this is you forgetting time exists and getting lost in the sauce.
Arby's, we have the meat.
Making every dollar count is important to you, so it's important to Allstate. That's why we help you find more ways to save on car insurance. Good students in your house? Savings. Drive safe? Congrats, you save. Drive less? More savings. Multiple vehicles? Savings. Bundle home and auto? You guessed it, savings. You can live a lot of life with all those savings. If it's important to you, it's important to us. You're in good hands with Allstate.
This job, it's my home. It's my life's work.
Split and search, let's go.
Stop. You don't want to do this. Oh, it's too late for that. Just do as he says. The hell was that?
Mayday! Keep moving!
My sister was taken. Never stop searching for you.
We need to find the kidnapper.
Not a victim.
season finales tomorrow on NBC and Peacock.
It's time now for our Google search deep dive. Guys, how has the role of the big man changed in the NBA as we look at our starting French centers here tonight?
Well, this is a great case study because Rudy Gobert is the type of center that I was dealing with in the 80s and 90s. The Rick Smith, Patrick Ewing, David Robinson, who was in the building. But the modern-day center, people like Jokic, Joel Embiid, and, of course, Victor Wembanyama, being able to stretch the floor with their three-point shooting. I love these Google questions. I mean, they are becoming on fire every game here.
If you want to dive deeper into that or any other NBA playoff topic, ask AI mode in Google search. San Antonio searching for Wembanyama. It got knocked away. Dosunmu having a great quarter. On the run of the basket. Ties it at 61. They were once down big and have come back to tie this game.
And Minnesota came out in the zone that one possession through the Spurs off guard.
18-point hole they have dug out of here in Game 5 on the road. Wemby, no shots in the third, and a sloppy way to get it to him. Minnesota can take a lead. They led 5-4 very early.
There's a double, so he's got to get the ball up quickly.
Edwards, rimmed out. Rebound Fox. Wembanyama runs the floor. Wemby posted. Inside he's got Edwards. Pitched it out to Champagny. Got the three. Much needed for the Spurs.
And Rudy made a mistake. He's not used to being on that strong side corner. He's usually underneath the basket. Helped off the shooter. Gave up three.
Now these fans trying to get their team locked back in on the defensive end. Corner McDaniels. Twice off the 10. Foul on Minnesota.
And if that's McDaniel, that's 4.
Got it. It is, Reg.
Look at the line chain here from Mitch Johnson and the Spurs. Bringing in fresh bodies here.
Here's the foul, McDaniels. It's a big foul, like you said. Terrence Shannon has to come in for him now.
But the way Shannon Jr. can attack the rim, play downhill, and his defense, along with Ayo Dosunmu, who's been fantastic all game long. See if they can steady the ship here while McDaniels is on the bench.
Castle trying to lose Edwards, spins on him, over at man. Castle for 2.
Okay, Jamal.
I didn't have that in my game.
Yes,
I had some handles. I didn't have that move.
5 straight San Antonio.
Here's the double.
There's Randall popping free. Corner pitch, Shannon. Off the bench, can't hit, Gobert. Johnson. Off Gobert.
Keldon Johnson has his fingerprints off the bench all over this. Rudy just thinks he has a wide open dunk. Keldon Johnson says, nah. Mercy beaucoup, my friend. That's not going down. What does mercy beaucoup mean, by the way, anyways? You've been there.
I know what it means in French. That wasn't French. Whatever the heck you just said. It's a shame you weren't with us for the Paris Olympics. You've been a great translator for us. Yeah. Heartbreaking. Wemby on the pitch. Castle on the push. Inside! Off 2 feet for the dunk. 7 straight for the Spurs.
Now let's go.
They worked so hard to get back in it. Now there's Spurs defense.
Sumu with that crossing traffic for Wembanyama. Couldn't challenge the shot.
What a game for Ayo Dosunmu.
14 and 9 points. Castle on a little run here. Back in the flow.
And on top of that, here comes the double. Give it up quick. Now, if you're Ant, you got to continue to move.
Dosunmu cuts. Wemby waits. The drop for Gobert goes the other way. It's 5-on-4. Advantage Spurs. Harper. Johnson saved the pass. Probing inside. On Edwards for 2. Timeout, Minnesota.
Just come back happy, so they might not score again.
By far the best game by Kelvin Johnson in this series. Here's Castle continuing to attack the paint with the finish. Kelvin Johnson pretty much put Anthony Edwards in the hoop.
Where I come from, the magic sword can make a man as mighty as a god. Wow. Skeletor destroyed our world.
Bring me that sword.
I mean to be a god. This is your chance to protect them.
I have the power!
Masters of the Universe. Only in theaters June 5th. Real cocktails. Perfectly mixed. Cutwater.
Chipotle Honey Chicken is back. Step into summer with fresh grilled chicken, spicy Chipotle peppers, and the perfect touch of pure honey. Open the summer with Chipotle Honey Chicken. It's taking heat and sweet to a whole new level.
We believe the most rewarding wins are when we work like a team.
Ready? Oh, I'm ready. Team on three. 1, 2, 3.
That's why U.S. Bank Smartly Checking and Savings are designed to work together so we can reward you more. That's the power of us.
New Balance, we got now. I'm Premium Wireless for $15 a month at Mint Mobile. When I Premium Wireless for $15 a month, I think, why not Premium Wireless for $15 a month? Let's be honest, Premium Wireless for $15 a month, am I right? Let's just stop having AI write these, okay, guys?
Zepbound, watch this. Zepbound helps adults with obesity lose weight and keep it off. Watch this. And data shows that people taking Zepbound lost up to 48 pounds. Don't share needles or pens or reuse needles. Don't take if allergic to it or if you or someone in your family had MTC or MEN too. Tell your doctor if you get a lump or swelling in your neck. Stop Zepbound and call your doctor if you have severe stomach pain or a serious allergic reaction. Severe side effects may include inflamed pancreas or gallbladder problems. Tell your doctor if you experience vision changes before scheduled procedures with anesthesia. If you're nursing, pregnant, plan to be, or taking birth control pills. Taking Zepbound with a sulfonylurea or insulin may cause low blood sugar. Side effects include nausea, diarrhea, and vomiting, which can cause dehydration and worsen kidney problems. Ask your doctor about Zepbound. Zepbound, watch this. Watch this.
Here's the wall that Anthony Edwards is looking at, the double team, right? And it's a soft double that comes up late. There's a deflection right there. Rudy can't handle the ball. And right here, when you are able to kind of split the double, yes, he makes and takes a very difficult shot here, but everything seems to be a struggle. I would love to see him get the ball. You mentioned this too. Get it lower and make a decision then. If they want to bring the double team, nice play right there. Split the double team. But he made a quick move, right? He's not dribbling and waiting for the double to come.
And that's how you counter double teams with quick rips or get closer to the basket. So if they want to double you, you can see exactly where you're supposed to pass and your teammates can make them pay like that.
Wembanyama, nice pass. Champagny, patient. Inside look, Keldon Johnson. Castle still has time. It's out of room, but he's got Wemby. Missed it. Harper couldn't put it back. Minnesota the other way. Julius Randle, can he get rolling? Edwards bumped, body, fouled by Champagny. His third. He and Castle have 3 for San Antonio.
Victor's upset with himself. He can't believe he missed that give me. And watch the quick rip through. Here's the double, split it, off the glass. Easy. Easy money right there.
Edwards to the line. He's 5 of 5 there. Zora.
That last huddle for Minnesota was really productive, guys. A lot of talk about defense. Rudy Gobert telling the guys you don't want them to be comfortable. Everybody talking and engaged. And then Mike Conley, you may remember, he has a handshake with every single person on the team. And it's not just for laughs pregame. He's a connector. Talked to multiple guys, talked about what he was seeing, and then he dapped them up with their handshakes.
Zora, you did that report earlier there. He has a unique handshake for these guys. And he can do them rapid fire, right?
Oh, anytime.
It's so cool. It's fun to watch.
The coaches, too.
It's veteran, connector. Important little stuff that matters. Harper on the miss. Wemby put it back in and one.
Nothing there on the backside. Victor Wembanyama missed a bunny last possession.
Back in a second.
Naz Reid mistimed his jump. Just a simple touch right here. The foul was on the backside. Wemby continuing his big evening.
Third on Shannon, fourth on the team in the quarter. Jamal, you mentioned you did work with Victor Wembanyama in the offseason a few years ago. Just as you watch, his coordination, his hand-eye ability for his size really feels like it's unlike anything we've seen with a great big man before.
It is, and he can register and pick up what you're saying at the drop of a hat. It was unbelievable experience. Good defense right there by Harper.
Wembanyama comes away with it. Johnson a blur. Right at Shannon, foul. Over the limit and in the act of shooting, so free throws coming here.
And look how Victor walked up to the rookie Dylan Harper. Basically applauded him on his defense there on Anthony Edwards. This young man, ripe old age of 22, great leader.
Johnson has one more. Shannon has 4 fouls now. So too does McDaniels on this not deep team.
Good timing. There's the block on the backside. Nice job there by Harper Jr.
Shannon goes out. Mike Conley comes in. You get in the middle of a series and we get so immersed in everything that's going on. You just have to keep reminding folks of missing Dante DiVincenzo and how important it was for everything this Minnesota team does. The torn Achilles guy played every game this year. 30 minutes, 12 points, but in a playoff game, helping break doubles and little stuff. So much you miss without him. Randall, trying to go quick at Wembanyama. Trying to alter the release. Get a second try. Not happening.
That's what 7-4 will do for you.
Foul. And the cookie jar Naz Reid, his second. Parades in the free throw line. Every foul rest of the way here in the third. Both teams.
Well, this is the very definition of rim protection right here. Not only does he move his feet, but contests multiple shots there by Randall. Randall's struggles continue. 2 of 11, 0 of 3 from three-point, only 6 points.
Last month, in partnership with the NBA and the NBA Coaches Association, coaches across the league wore custom autism-themed Nike shoes to celebrate Autism Acceptance Month. The game-worn shoes were autographed and are being auctioned by Sotheby's from today through May 18th. 100% of the proceeds benefit the To The Max Foundation. So get your shoes and other NBA memorabilia at Sotheby's.com/ToTheMaxFoundation. We applaud all the coaches for being part of a very worthwhile initiative, Autism Acceptance Month.
These are important minutes right here for both teams. How are they going to close this quarter going into the fourth?
Minnesota tied it. San Antonio's back at their halftime edge. 12. Edwards, no Wemby. Right to the basket for 2.
Right to the basket for 2. Anthony Edwards striking fast.
Fox trying to reply. Randall got a hand on it. He touches it last. Still plenty of shot clock for the Spurs.
It's funny when they know exactly when Wembanyama leaves the floor here. It's time to attack the glass.
Vassell. Just his second field goal. Third, beg your pardon. He's got 7. Ball stays with Minnesota out of San Antonio. Game Game 6 of the series, Friday, downtown Minneapolis. If it's a Game 7, it's back here on Sunday. Oklahoma City awaits the winner of this series in the West Final. Trying to get through the traffic. Edwards had to go to the deck. Turned it over. Held in Johnson. Reed chases. Johnson wins.
But it started from the defensive pressure of Devin Vassell on Edwards.
Good hustle. Fox stays with the T-Wolves.
Look at the pressure right here. Tries to split. Cornette, Vassell, and then Kelvin Johnson with the steal and bucket.
Edwards to the bench, 10 in the quarter, 18 for the game. Got to fuel that tank for the fourth quarter. See if he can have another spectacular fourth. Sumu came in for him. Cornette the block. Gobert couldn't collect him. We had a push. Well, free throws for Minnesota with 2:10 to go.
Looked like that was Harper on the backside with the push in the back of Gobert.
.52% shooter makes the first. We just keep looking at the San Antonio team. We talk about it all year, but as people watch more during the postseason, you're reminded Passel at 21, Champagnie at 24, Harper at 20, Wembanyama at 22. It's a team that is young, talented, and going through the playoff steps that you need to take to get to the top. Fun to watch. All of it evolve.
That was a lot of chatter coming into the playoffs with a little experience.
Cornette couldn't finish, but he took down bowling pins of Timberwolves inside, and the putback makes it a 14-point game again.
In this last minute 45, who's going to take advantage of the bonus? Who's going to take advantage of going to the basket to get 3 points?
There's a cut by Dosumu. Cornette turns him away. Randall outside, 5 to shoot. Didn't like the first look. Draws the foul on Johnson. Free throws coming. Keldon's fourth.
Both teams are in the bonus. This is where you get free points.
Oof. And that hurts.
Yeah, that hurt right there. I used to do that back on like a 7-foot rim with little mini balls when I played with my friends.
Like the Nerfs, like
those Pizza Hut balls.
Yes,
I used to have the
yes. With these free throws, just maybe seeing the ball go through can kind of get Randall going a little bit.
The trade with Dante DiVincenzo and Karl Anthony Towns at the Knicks. Wembanyama heads back to the locker room. No athletic training personnel going with him. Can Randall get unlocked here? Minnesota, if it's not quarter 4 of Game 5, really going to need him in 6 and potentially a 7. And they're the 6th seed and without a key piece of their rotation. 13 fewer wins than the Spurs in the regular season. It's a 62-win San Antonio team. Cornette, pitch, Fox 3. Again, Harper. He got that over Conley. Strong for 2 for number 2.
That is a big guard right there, Reg. Playing 15 feet in, getting the offensive rebound, going back up.
Randall trying to go strong. Gobert. Lost it again on the way up. Back the other way come the Spurs. Harper to the basket one more time. I love watching that kid play. The number 2 pick, the rookie's so good.
Rudy is hurting him right now. He has to finish those easy attempts.
Sumu lobs it. Cornette knocks it away.
Will they play for 1 here?
2.5, the difference game in shot clock.
You have to think a pick and roll is coming either with Mike Conley or Rudy Gobert.
Fox, Randall Sumu, Gobert awaits. Fox free throws coming.
Jalen Harper putting on a show here these last 30 to 45 seconds. This goes right over top of Conley for the offensive rebound and put back. And then in transition, we know how good he is in the open floor. Again, another solid evening by Harper off the bench here.
Scratch, Will Sevening, athletic trainer over there to try to stop that. Now we're going to get the 30 seconds. To try to do that when Wembanyama checked in. Now Harper's going to come out, so no need to do the 30-second pause. 8.3 to go. This was a 72-67 game with 4:21 left in the third quarter. And in those subsequent 4 minutes, this run by the Spurs might be the difference in Game 5. It's 18-6 at the moment. Make that 19-6 with that second free throw. Final seconds, Conley the pitch, Randall the three, and the third quarter comes to an end. Minnesota tied it up. San Antonio pulls away. They lead as the NBA playoffs presented by Google. Our coverage brought to you by Xfinity.
There's a big difference between pretty good performance and ultimate performance. Casual Edge Extend Performance gives you the ultimate performance and protection in 7 critical areas. Castrol, better oil for ultimate performance.
I'll go get the broom.
Wendy's went back to the kitchen to give our famous spicy chicken sandwich a total upgrade. More crunch, more flavor, with heat that just hits. Is this our best spicy chicken ever? Looks like a yes to me. Spicy chicken just got better at Wendy's.
This grease is gonna be hard to scrub.
Nah, it'll be a waddle in the park with new and improved Dawn Platinum. It removes 99% of grease and food residue.
Ooh. And with the new Easy Pour jug, there's less mess.
New Dawn Platinum.
Thought they were cooling off on the sidelines? Well, they're just getting warmed up.
Surprise, DirecTV got hot.
Hey, you know, I played in high school.
Really?
Well, I went to high school. I didn't go to high school.
Anyway, it's never been easier to keep up with your favorite sports on live TV and streaming apps.
So hot.
Wait, there's no ice in yours.
Why would I ruin a perfectly good bath?
This is Modelo Especial, the model for everyday beer. A full-flavored golden lager that goes down smooth. Crisp and refreshing taste for the moments fans watch together. Modelo Especial.
Llama a los cuatros, llama a los cuatros, llama a los cuatros. See, even in Spanish it sounds cool. It sticks in your head, you know? Okay.
Yeah. No fee unless they win. Available 24/7. I'm done dealing with the at Davis Law Firm.
We just want to get our clients the verdicts and settlements they deserve. Want more? Call the fours. Or llama a los cuatros. It does stick in your head.
An accident with a company car, truck, SUV, van, or fleet vehicle is not just another car accident. Thomas J. Henry has a team of skilled company vehicle accident attorneys ready to fight for you. And with our no-win, no-fee promise, you can get the representation you deserve without worrying about upfront costs, because you don't pay unless we win. Thomas J. Henry handles serious company vehicle accident cases and gets serious results for our clients. Thomas J. Henry. The name you know, the firm you trust.
Just call the Fire Boys!
Quarter 4 here in San Antonio, 91-73. Spurs on top. Mike Tirico, Jamal Crawford, and that very handsome Reggie Miller with you. You know, guys, you all lived it. Watching teams get through adversity is part of the growth of playoff teams. I feel like we're seeing a little of that. Maybe not totally, but a piece of it tonight with the Spurs.
What I love about that is every time Minnesota has made a run, gotten back, and even took in the lead, they haven't panicked. And for a young team that hasn't been through a lot of these trials, Jamal, that's a lot of growth in such a short amount of time.
Sometimes knowing what you don't know can help you. The moment's never too big for you. You're just figuring it out and taking what's there.
Wembanyama inside over Shannon. Had an unbelievable first quarter with 18 points and 6 boards. Just 8 points since then for Victor. It's still an effective and impressive response. Nas Reed from deep. Minnesota needs a lot in a hurry. This is the biggest deficit of the night. And Wemby rolling, going to go the other way. Reed fouls him as he got to the basket.
Well, they're going to call the offensive foul first.
And Ben Taylor says, I got it. He didn't hear the whistle. So let's see what happens.
Yeah,
Wembanyama with the hand.
But then Reed comes over to kind of contest the shot and gave a body shot to Victor. Oh, this young man is locked in. Locked in.
That's just his first foul. Edwards loses it. Shot clock. Violation. Yep. 8-second violation.
Yeah, who created that? The pride of the IE Inland Empire. Carter Bryant with his defense on Anthony Edwards.
Pass it. Short. Vassell chase down. And he keeps it alive. It's out of bounds off Minnesota. Reed's asking for a challenge. Finch says, now we're all right. 20-point game, 11 to go. Lot of traffic. Gonna call it kick. And out of bounds off the Spurs. Minnesota ball.
Bad play right there by Victor. He could have handed it off to Fox. There was nowhere to go, no space. Minnesota ball.
That's a little friendly shove there by McDaniels. Sending Victor down.
That's better way Washington right there, man. He just got a little bit of that. That's how it rolled.
Everybody get their home called out. We're all even now. Nice job by McDaniels on the reverse to get it inside. Jaden McDaniels. 2 in the first quarter, a dozen since. Fox. Edwards back the other way was sensational in quarter 4 of game 4. Trying to get unleashed through the contact.
Anthony Edwards with that jetpack just getting to the basket at will.
It's a great call. I love that. Quarter 3 is short by Fox.
1-1 here. That's a big one back.
And McDaniel sees it, goes to the line, can't get it. Randall fought for it. Good job, and he gets fouled. A little deep digging here by Minnesota.
We're talking about some wrestling going on down low between Randall and Wemby. This is the very next play. Once again, just clearing space on that drive there by Edwards.
It's 9 points for Randall, 12 in each of the prior 3 games, and we've made it clear his offensive struggles and asked Chris Finch about it before the game. He said he applauds Jamal the fact that defensively, big assist, he's still giving them other stuff in this series.
And that's exactly what Reg just said. Clearing out, getting 2 baskets for his team. He's not necessarily scoring, but his team is. But they need him to score this last 10 minutes.
Trying to keep that one alive as Wembanyama had a hand on it. Spurs ball.
The Timberwolves going zone right here again. Going almost a 2-1-2 look.
Rich Johnson orchestrating his team, getting them organized, worked against this, and it's turned over. The defensive wrinkle works. Now can they make a pay? Shannon 3. Nothing. Randall rebound. Pitch out McDaniels, couldn't catch. Shannon missed the 3. He'll drive inside and pitch. Clock at 5. Nobody wants to go into Wemby world. Nas. Oh, man. What a hard-hit 3. 8 straight Minnesota. Timeout. They stay In touch, down a dozen.
Hi, Scott here. Let's go here for more citizens of the law. That's a great lawn. Hello. Have you always been a lawnman?
First time homeowner. When we moved in, I immediately became obsessed.
Completely obsessed. The kids actually started drawing pictures of Chad with his lawnmower.
How do you keep it this beautiful?
Regular feeding, it makes all the difference. Scott's Weed and Feed. The product is incredible. Look how thick my lawn is.
Chad's got a lawn crush.
Now's the time to kill existing weeds with Turf Builder Weed and Feed. Feed. Feed.
$10 for a large. $10 for any free toppings. $10 for your choice of hut crust. Like our new garlic parm hand tossed. Because there's crust, and then there's hut crust. The crust you crave, only $10. Order in the Pizza Hut app.
Blubbering Cave with Liberty Biverty.
It's bundle and save on insurance with Liberty Mutual. Okay, let's do another take.
What do you want me to say?
The line. Say the line.
Oh, that's easy. The line.
Okay, let's pick it up tomorrow.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
I thought people exaggerated when they said shingles is a nightmare and the pain can last for weeks.
It wouldn't mean sleepless nights, right?
I didn't think I was at risk.
I was wrong. I didn't know that 99% of people over 50 already have the virus that causes shingles, and it could reactivate at any time.
I learned that the hard way.
But you don't have to. Talk to your healthcare provider today.
Introducing Gatorade Lower Sugar. No artificial colors, no artificial flavors, no artificial sweeteners, and 75% less sugar. Gatorade Lower Sugar. Hydrates better than water.
Acura, proud partner of Team USA.
You know what time it is. We all do it.
Together on three. 1, 2, 3.
This is the NBA playoffs. The stage is set. The mic is on.
Let's go!
There's only one question left to answer. Who's got something to say? The 2026 NBA playoffs.
The NBA on NBC, brought to you by DoorDash, the official on-demand delivery partner of the NBA. By Prime, same-day delivery. It's on Prime. And by Xfinity, proud partner of the NBA. Frost Bank Center, that's 17 NBA Finals games in this building. Open since 2002. One of the new stars in this place, the rookie out of Rutgers, Dylan Harper. Number 2's got the ability to finish. It's in the jeans, guys. Daddy, Ron.
Oh, look at that.
On the other end of an MK delivery at the old Spectrum in Philadelphia back in the day. Of course, brother Ron Jr. with the Celtics as well.
How about those knockout games back in the day between Ron Harper Jr. and Dylan? I mean, that is so cool.
If Minnesota re-zones, go back to the zone worked on the last trip. Spurs ready for it. Wembanyama at the rim. Could be Naz Reid on the challenge, the contact, and the foul.
And how do you beat a zone? You flash someone to that free throw line to collapse it. And then it's nice having that guy number 1 where you can just throw it to the top of the square and he can finish. Back to man here for Minnesota.
Nice spin catch. Good take. Oh, great finish. All of it there. Every little bit. Stefan Castle.
That was NBA streets with the spin move. Cuffed it. Took that extra dribble and hit the launching pad.
He's knocked down through the contact. McDaniels hits the 3. Gets it back to 11. See if Finch goes back to the zone here.
Yep, there it is.
Fox attacks it.
And that's so wide open because Wemby did a great job of holding off the weak side defender to come over.
Randall attacks. Elbow up high on Castle in the mouth. Shannon, 10 to go. Wemby Peace. He cannot take a relaxed shot on that guy. Castle leaves Champagny. Line it up. 13 with 8:20 to go. Randall got it up quick before Wemby could finish.
And the Wolves will not go away. They're like that mosquito at the barbecue. Flying around. I'm trying to eat my ribs.
11.
I'm headed to your next barbecue, my friend.
Vassell. Spurs with an answer again. Second three of the night for Vassell.
And you can tell Minnesota doesn't play a lot of zone, right? They're used to man-to-man and that pressure.
On the hit, Castle. Timeout, Timberwolves.
Wireless can feel like a world of traps, expensive bills, tacked on fees, and promises that don't hold up. Suddenly, everything falls apart. Don't fall for the trap. Get a fresh start with Visible, the ultimate wireless hack. Get unlimited data and hotspot, all on Verizon, America's best 5G network. For a limited time, get Visible for just $20 a month for 1 year using code FRESHSTART. Visible. Live in the know.
From sauce to dust to nuggets. Diablo Dusted Crispy Chicken Nuggets. No, they don't come in mild. That would make like 0 sense with the name. New Diablo Dusted Crispy Chicken Nuggets. Only at Taco Bell.
Short on nothing, big on weekend. Only on Royal Caribbean.
When it was time to add my son to our car insurance, I was scared to even think about my wallet. But instead, with Drive Easy on the Geico app, my son's safe driving score saved us even more.
It feels good to take control of your wallet. It feels good to Geico.
Play for the Ultras? Saved by the Bellboy.
Michelob Ultra, superior light beer.
SandCloud chose the Capital One Spark Cash Plus card. Their business earns unlimited 2% cash back on everything they buy. They get big purchasing power so their business can spend more and earn more. What's a yo why?
Just come home.
Kia, movement that inspires.
A major heat wave's moving in, courtesy of Love Island USA. Forecasts predict 100% chance of romance and drama. This will be the hottest season yet.
Tonight's headlines are brought to you by Acura. This Game 5 series starting at 2. Wembanyama with the redemption after the ejection in Game 4. Big first quarter setting the tone. Spurs responded in the third quarter after Minnesota tied this game up. And the sixth man of the year, Keldon Johnson, quiet in this series, doubling his output with 16 points. Go back over the last few. Reggie, you talked about the zone.
There's Victor just clearing out and holding McDaniel, so Fox get all the way in for the layup. And then look at the recovery here. Look how far off he is on Shannon and still gets a fingertip block shot. But he wasn't fast enough to get Randall on the next play. And then Castle, since he's been back in the ballgame from that foul trouble, so disruptive.
This is his first shot of the game, but since then, Stephon Castle has been all over this one. It's hit 8 of his next 9. Vassell. Foul as he is trying to shoot the 3. Jaden McDaniels 5th.
And the Spurs right there showed zone, and then when the ball was passed, they matched up and went man-to-man. That threw off the Wolves as well.
There's the closeout for the 5th foul by McDaniels. First player in this game with 5. And Vassell misses the first. Stephon Castle's the only player to foul out on either side in the first 4 games of this series. Split here in 1 and 2. Split in Minnesota games 3 and 4. Tonight is 5. Game 6 is back in the Twin Cities, 9:30 Eastern Time Friday night. That'll be on Prime. And if there's a Game 7 necessary, it'll be here in San Antonio on Sunday. And Oklahoma City just reaches for the ottoman, keeps it feet up, try to stay sharp. 8-0 start to this postseason, eliminating the Lakers last night. Mark Daigneault and the Thunder await to host the Western Conference Finals Game 1 next week. Challenge at the rim, out to Dosunmu. His 3 off, and the Spurs have it with 7 to go. Harper, bodied by Dosunmu, goes through it and draws the foul.
I love how this young man is not afraid of contact or the moment. Dylan Harper. Again, you highlighted this, Mike, about how young this team is, and to be in this type of moment here with a chance to move on to a conference finals here with the series tied 2-2. And they are not blinking whatsoever.
We know Minnesota plays so well at home.
Yeah.
They play so well with their backs to the wall, Jamal, but we've all been talking about this for 3 months. If we do get the Spurs and the Thunder in the West Finals, young, deep, relentless teams, well, that could be many fun games.
And that can be 2 teams, potentially, that you could see for the next 8 to 10 years battling it out to see who goes to the finals as both those teams are being built.
And also, too, I remember in January, February, people campaigning for, who's the MVP? That still has not been announced yet. A lot of people were saying, well, it's Victor for what he does at both ends of the floor. And a lot of SGA fans like, hold on a second now. There's levels to this.
The voting is done. The results not released. Reed to the basket. And Nas gets fouled by Champagny. Of course, the Spurs beat the Thunder 4 of 5. Minnesota split the 4 games with the Thunder this year.
Reed cannot believe he missed this layup.
The frustration for Jaden McDaniels on the night on the bench with 5. Mentioned Minnesota trying to get back to the Western Conference Finals for the 3rd straight year. Golden State made it 5 straight years, back into the 20-teens. For San Antonio, it has been a while. Not since 2017, and they were regulars. 11 times since 1995, they've been in the Western Conference Finals. Castle challenged Gobert, didn't finish. Edwards back, 19-point deficit. Dosunmu again, there's no Wembanyama for the moment, so paint probe. Randall couldn't catch it clean, it was a tough pass. He gets hit, hits the reverse. 13 now for Julius, just his 4th field goal of the night.
And just the 32nd points in the paint for Minnesota. Well, that's been a good parameter for this Timberwolves team. Points in the paint during the playoffs. In their 6 wins, they average 57 points in the paint. In their 4 losses, and this looks like it's going to be their 5th, they average 44, and they only have 32 tonight.
San Antonio doing great work in there.
But if I'm Minnesota, I got to find ways to free up Anthony Edwards. You're looking at shot attempts. He's taking 12, but 3 other guys are taking 12 or more as well. We need Anthony Edwards to be the main guy. Champagne lines up for 3.
to answer the three-point play. And we talk about this so often, especially in a playoff series. Even if it's not enough, like getting Julius Randle rolling, Jamal, be a big deal for Minnesota.
And it may not pay off tonight. But it could pay off in Game 6 if he can continue to try to find a rhythm. And Rudy's hand got tied up a little bit. Seems to be okay.
Remember, this was free throws. Champagne's foul, by the way. As his fifth for Spur with 5.
Whoa! That young kid is going to be a star.
Yep. Like, what a top of the draft, right? When you think about it this year. And before the double comes. The number is 17 with 5 to go. Off the leg of Reed, who fouls Dylan Harper. Gave you a little bit of a highlight a moment ago.
Dylan Harper doing his dance, going behind the back and throwing it down. Wasn't it a question that he was going to even play this game? The way he is playing, he looked like his dad on that highlight tape we showed earlier. And Wemby cannot believe it.
And that's saying a lot. Wait a minute. Are we doing some Harlem Globetrotter stuff out here? This is getting a little ridiculous now. Victor Wembanyama. Oh, my goodness. Look at the fake with his left hand. Like he was going to shoot it and then dropped off the beautiful pass down low. Everything clicking here for the Spurs, Mike.
They've got a style that makes you smile. It's fun to watch play basketball. San Antonio on the way to a 3-2 lead.
I'm so hungry.
Auntie?
You're too late. She's been fed.
What? What? Aunties, you're too old to be fighting like this.
Oh!
You know what I respect most about you, Caitlin?
That I talk to a red foam pad even though it makes people uncomfortable?
No, it's that you put in the work night and day.
Just part of the job.
You know, State Farm's the same way. They work to help you get coverage that fits your life and budget.
I respect that.
You know what else I respect? Gary at trivia last night.
It was nothing.
Hey, Gar, tell Caitlin that game winner.
Aaron Burr!
The man's a wizard.
Coverage that fits your life and budget. State Farm.
Coming up after the game, NBA Showtime presented by AT&T. Birthday lady in the studio, Maria Taylor with Vince Carter, Carmelo Anthony, and Tracy McGrady. They'll recap this one. Their thoughts on Game 6 ahead in Minneapolis on Friday night. So a couple of extra days of rest. Well, an extra day, with a couple of days off.
Maria has a good, not only Mother's Day, but then her birthday
back to back.
I mean, you talk about getting showered with love and gifts. Wow.
Nas out of the corner, misses the three. She did have to work on both of those games. Reminded. And work with those three guys. So it's
so that takes some of the luster off that?
Yes.
Okay.
Fox. Fancy with the dribble. And the Spurs now have their largest lead of the night, shooting 52% from the field. Sumu trying to go quick again. Randall will clean it up. Ayu's quickness a couple of times. He's gotten to the rim before Wemby can catch him.
He knows how to mess with Wemby's timing because he's definitely got a couple of dunk attempts off.
Randall a double-double now, 17 points, 10 boards.
No niggas gonna keep it a bean. It wasn't bad, but I wouldn't.
From the moment we met, we went everywhere together. Nights.
Cloudflare powers 20% of the web using ClickHouse for real-time analytics. Millions of customers need to see what's happening on their network.
Today's guest is a streamer. He's a content creator. He's originally from Taiwan. He's got that spicy shrimp paste. You know what I'm talking about. He's that bottom ramen, you feel me. And I heard he's frosty on the hibachi. He's the lady boy. I mean, he's a ladies' man. I'm grateful to finally sit down with the man that just won Reality Streamer of the Year. Welcome, Ray.
I mean, we can talk about anything. I don't really care.
You want to buy an island?
Buy an island?
What'd you say?
An island?
Sorry.
I'll be down. I'm gonna lie. I'm making some new shit.
No, you can't buy an island.
What do you mean?
Not right now. It's not a good time.
Nah, I would love to do one. Like I'm making a new streaming Diddy party.
You're making a new streaming Diddy party?
Yeah. Diddy
party.
Yeah.
So, but is it going to be kind of like, will it be kind of Asian only? Because Diddy, it seemed like...
Nah. Everybody can join. Like, for me, I'm not racist.
So
every race can join. Black, whites, for me, Indians, Europeans, everybody can join. It's a Diddy party.
Ooh, I don't know if it's the best time because they just put out all those files from the...
Oh, from Epstein?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you want to go that far and do like an island or you...
Nah. I don't want to do the things they do, but I want to make some new shit.
Your own shit?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, have you been on the island before?
I never been. They had a comedian that had been, though.
They invite you?
No, I didn't even get an invite. I don't know. I have some mail I haven't opened.
Okay.
But I don't think I got anything like that.
Yeah.
I would like...
Wait, Dio.
Yeah.
Quick question. That's the intro.
That's the intro.
That's the intro? Like, would you buy an island?
Yeah.
Oh my God, man.
That's what America's wondering because you're the future, man.